What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. Champions League Tuesday, people. We are back. I did move the stream, by the way, to 7:15. I haven't just turned up late. I was rushing back. Crews had training, so we had to get that sorted. But we're here. We're live, people. Big up to everyone locked in. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big up to Dre, who's become a new member. And we are here, people. And there's a lot going on at the moment. I've just actually seen, because I haven't really been keeping up with what was happening. Manchester City are losing 3-1 to Bodo Glimt. Do you know how many times I've spoke about Bodo Glimt on here when we played them back in the day in the Europa League? And apparently Rodri's been sent off as well, which is brilliant because, well, I don't know how many games you get suspended for actually in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, sorry. But yeah, Rodri has been sent off apparently for Manchester City. I'm literally catching up with everything now. So for the humiliating, Rodri was sent off. Was it a straight red, people? I actually haven't seen it, so I'm trying to. Nah, two yellows. Two yellows. I don't know whether to listen. I'm not getting too carried away, but obviously we know what Pep's like. When he gets stressed, he starts going mad, you know. So the more stress he's under, the better. From a footballing point of view, purely. Giving me Dundalk flashbacks. Yeah, Thursday nights, 5 o'clock kickoffs. That's where it wasn't. It wasn't great, you know, but Bodo Glimt, Dundalk was legendary days. Gio said, big up Curtis, the Sharks have become goldfish. Still a long way to go, man. I'm not at that point yet, you know. Maybe not quite like the great white shark. Maybe, you know, a little, I don't know, one of them sharks that's not quite as aggressive, you know, but still, there's still a problem. Gahey and Semenyo obviously not registered to play yet in the Champions League, so they're a little bit shorter. Big up Aryon, his name Curtis Kreutz. Silent listener. Yo, you ain't no silent listener, you know what I mean? You're always causing problems. But big up yourself, Aryon, as always. And big up Latif, who said, big up yourself every time, my bro. Big up for tuning in. Big up everyone on Twitch as well. And yeah, long way to go. Hammerhead Shark. Well, I think they're still quite aggressive, aren't they? I don't know. You guys know more than me. Yeah, jellyfish. We've got a little jellyfish, you know. I was going to do a video about this earlier. The big news of the day. But I thought, you know what, I'll wait for the stream so we got more to talk about to get us through the build-up. And it's actually developed as the day's gone on. It started off as purely a story, and it has become an actual fact now. And in fact, we have had the Fabrizio Romano, here we go, total agreement between the two clubs. It is there, people. Ethan Nwaneri to Marseille. Here we go. Deal in place on loan until June. Marseille will cover his whole salary, and Arsenal will receive a loan fee of 4 million euros based on appearances. De Zerbi spoke with Arteta about his plans for Nwaneri, and Arsenal have suggested Marseille is the best option. No buy clause, and he will return to Arsenal in June. I'm just looking at one or two things here. 4 million euros in pounds is 3.4 million pounds, which is a lot of money for a loan deal for a few months. I mean, steady trying to find the motive. Locked up, they won't let me out. No, I tell you what I think about this deal. Right, let's look at it from every perspective. Number one, it's a fantastic move for him. Marseille are a big football club with a crazy fan base. Aubameyang's there. He'll probably treat him as little bro. You know, Greenwood's there balling out. De Zerbi's a good manager. It's a big, big football club. Do you know what I mean? Very, very big football club. From an Arsenal point of view and an Arsenal fan point of view, I'm disappointed because I think he should be getting game time. Right? I would have started him tonight, probably. And I just think in a title race, handing out such a good player on loan when you know our record with injuries, I do think there's some risk attached to it. But listen, I understand. If you're not going to play him, then Marseille's a fantastic opportunity for him. And if you're getting €4 million loan fee, great. My concern is this, and will always be this. This is my concern. He's going on loan to Marseille. That is a big football club where I think he will do well. If they're paying €4 million for him, they've obviously got plans of playing him, right? Greenwood on the right, Aubameyang up front, probably Ethan in the 10. My concern is this. He goes to Marseille, does really well. What happens in the summer? Where's the path back to Arsenal? I don't know where it is. Saka and Madueke on the right, Odegaard and Eze in the 10. You're still going to have all four of those players next season. Probably. I can't see Arteta selling any of those players. So when he comes back next season, what's the difference? Explain to me what changes. My concern is he ends up signing for Marseille on a permanent. That's my concern. If he goes there, that fan base loves him in France. He's balling, he's playing, he's going to love it. So, listen, obviously there is no option to buy, but I don't know. I just think he's too good a player to allow him that he doesn't come back to Arsenal. But my question to everyone is, what changes between now and next season? I suppose the only thing that could change is if he goes to Marseille and does really well, which I think he will, by the way, because if you watch French football, it's very attacking. A lot of teams play high, and I think he'll do well over there. Maybe then it puts pressure on Arteta that, listen, he's done so well, I've got to bring him back. So I think from Ethan's point of view, for an 18-year-old that hasn't had regular football, it's a fantastic club to go and play for. And I think he'll really enjoy that. And I think Obba will put him, little bro him kind of thing. What I can't believe as well, and I'm really surprised that Arsenal haven't looked at this. I mean, I can see a lot of you saying it in the comments. Jurriën Timber's brother, is it Quintin Timber, who is highly rated, by the way, Dutch international. He is also going to Marseille for €4.5 million. I mean, listen, I'll be totally honest with you. I've only seen him play a couple of times. I've got to be careful now because people start pulling me up in the comments going, well, you hyped up Gyökeres. Yeah, I know, and I hadn't probably watched him more than about 7 times in terms of 90-minute games. But when I've watched this Timber play, he looks decent. Midfielder, very energetic, quite aggressive. Arsenal are quite short in midfield as well. When you think about Declan Rice cover. €4.5 million, less than £4 million. We could have got Timber's brother. Fee around €4.5 million plus difficult add-ons. Timber has agreed on all terms with Marseille, picking Marseille over 3 other clubs. Timber set to travel on Wednesday. Nwaneri plus Timber. I mean, that is some good business. People, let me know in the comments, because a lot of you have told me in the past that he's a very good player. And I always thought if he ever left, that this was at least like 20 million plus to get him. Under £4 million, we could have got him. And his brother's there as well. So, unbelievable. Clearly, Arsenal probably ain't got no money. I just don't think we've got any money for this window. I don't think we're going to sign anyone. Some of you saying he's not great. Some of you saying he would have been decent for £4 million. I honestly haven't seen enough of him to know how good he is. But I don't think we're going to sign anyone in this window. Usually in January, I'm angry because we need somebody and then we don't sign anybody. And then, I'm just frustrated about it. Your rant on Noni's going big on Twitter. Listen, I don't care, mate. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I just say it as I see it, people. But it is what it is. Noni, listen, I talk about every player at Arsenal, people, and what they need to do and what they're not doing well enough. Everybody will be criticised if I don't think they're doing enough, and they will be they'll be praised if they do well. That's the reality. Yeah, I've just seen it. Do you know what it is? These well, you can't knock the hustle though. These guys get these accounts, don't they, where they just clip everyone, and then they get loads of traction. But I can't blame them. That's short money. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, man. Information and entertainment. You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. But yeah, big up to everyone locked in. Yeah, Ethan is on his way to Marseille. And very interesting that he's in the squad tonight because I thought they would have left him out, but clearly they were already in Italy. But um, maybe the deal has developed as they're over there, and he's probably just said, "Listen, he's unlikely to come off the bench tonight." Is the reality? I doubt he'll come on. I doubt Arsenal will take any chances um, in terms of bringing him on and potentially getting him injured. I just don't think he will. He will be involved at all. I'm even surprised they've named him, but obviously maybe they haven't taken everyone over there. Let's go through. Let me go through some of these super chats because they're mounting it. What do you think of the Ethan loan? As I said, for him, brilliant. For me, I would have kept him. But if Arteta's not going to play him, then that is a great loan. I'll be watching Marseille closely now. We might even do some watchalongs. I like French football. It's exciting. It's aggressive, especially when they play PSG. That'll be a great game to watch. Let's have a look at Marseille's fixtures. Marseille fixtures. Who've they got? I mean, they've got Liverpool. Oh no, he's not going to play tomorrow. Obviously, they play PSG on the 8th of February. So in about 2 weeks, we'll do that one definitely. And have a little look. We'll have a look. Yeah. Do you know what, Lewis? Lewis said a lot of sense. What Henri said, need to calm down. Do you know what? I'll be honest, right? I mean this genuinely. Thierry is Arsenal royalty. He's football royalty. You know what I mean? Somebody said to me the other week, what do you think about the royal family? I said, to me, like, royalty to me is like R9, Thierry Henry, Michael Jordan, Messi. Like, that's my royalty. They're the ones I look at like, yo, when Thierry was talking last night, I was listening like, do you know what, Thierry? You're right. I even had to look at myself like, you know what? You're right. One thing he said, and why I liked it so much, was Thierry's been critical of Arteta, so I know he's just not on the bandwagon of saying whatever sounds great. He's not an Arteta sexual, is he? He says what needs to be said. He'll go. He's not a fanboy. He said, whatever we think about the style of football and how entertained you are, he says, we've asked Arteta to win the league, and we're top of the league, 7 points clear. And he said, we can't really question how he gets there, it's where he gets. Now, obviously, and I keep saying it, because of previous years, you worry because you go, well, is that going to work to the end of the season, playing like that, missing opportunities to win and then drawing? But the reality of the situation, we said you've got to win the league. It's towards the end of January, and he's top of the league. So when I break down the overall situation, I've still got to be more positive than negative. But I get caught up in the moment. I'll be honest. I don't hide from it. That Forest game, I was fuming. The Liverpool game, I was fuming. Because when I see Liverpool then draw with Burnley at home, I go, well, hang on a minute. How come we haven't scored in 2 games against Liverpool when Burnley have scored at Anfield? And then I watch Forest, 1 win in 10. Conceded 3 against Wrexham, and we turn up and can't score against them. So I agree with Thierry. I get what you're saying. You know what, Thierry? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. With that. You know what I mean? Thierry celebration at Highbury, after lobbing Barthez. So Thierry made me go, you know what I mean? Ice Cube, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I said, yeah, relax. Relax, man. It's only January, 7 points clear. But I'm not going to be a top gooner just because Thierry said something. But I just, woosah, you're right. We're 7 points clear. Relax a little bit. But let me tell you, we don't beat Man United on Sunday. forget everything he said last night. Just swipe it and delete it, even if it was Thierry. I get what he's saying, but the only thing I would say in argument with Thierry is I know people who worked at Arsenal when Thierry Henry was there, and I heard he was one of the most demanding players that's ever played. Bodo Glimt, oh, saved by the City keeper, could have been 4. I've heard that he was one of the most demanding players that's ever played for Arsenal, arguing with people. So would he have accepted 0-0 at Forest? You know what I mean? I think he'd have been going crazy, but I hear him. You do need to stay calm a little bit. A little bit. We go 1-0 down at Inter tonight. All that will be out the window. Wales Shark, big up Big C and the whole community. Big up Nico, man. Hope you're well, bro. Member for 45 months. What a legend. Why was me, Big C? Go all in for the Prem. We will keep the secret. We will keep the secret. Well, listen, as I said, man, just bring something to us. Latif said, happy for Nwaneri. Needed a European team in Germany, France, or Spain. Not in the Premier. Return a ball on. No robotic ball over there. Yeah, I think he'll enjoy playing in that league. Ben said, travel plans post-season. One-way ticket and steal passports for Nelly and Jesus to Manus Amazon River Carnival. 29 to Germany, Oktoberfest and family time. And Snot Skipper luxury Scandinavian see the Northern Lights. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Get him out of it. Latif said he'll be better than Saka. Yeah, I think he's on about Ethan. Gunnar Galactico, he deserves the best. I would leave permanently. This blockhead manager will be here for the next decade. Listen, hopefully he does well and comes back and puts pressure on him. Cole said Max Dowman has taken Nwaneri's spot for this year. Yeah, it could be. Could be. He's nearly back. Joe Bob, Big C, did you see the Bodo Glimt game? Yeah, I've got it on now. We're in the 92nd minute, 3-1. You still think they can catch us? Ethan Lone is great. Eze, Odegaard, Marino, Havertz all ahead of him. Yeah, listen, I'm not watching this game and going, yeah, we'll definitely finish above City. There's a long way to go. You know, you look at the Champions League winners last season, PSG, didn't even qualify in the top 8 of the groups last year. So I'm not getting carried away. But listen, it does give me a little bit of hope. Scandinavian cruise for Odegaard, I meant. Big up, Ben. Nico Paz is the Odegaard replacement, not Ethan. Cess will make sure he ends up at the carpet. Great loan move for Ethan, though, said Muddy. Nico Paz, hasn't he got some sort of... I thought there was something in his contract regarding Real Madrid. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Tashik said, same energy regarding this move. Great for him, but wish we'd kept him for depth. Honestly, I'm surprised Arteta will let him go mingle with Aubameyang. Yeah, Ethan will probably come back with a gold Lamborghini, a diamond chain, and some tattoos on his arm. You know what I mean? Hey, 50. Arteta will be like, yeah, he's done, mate. African sci-fi. Hopefully Lewis Skelly gets a loan as well and gets the game time he needs. I don't think Skelly will go on loan, you know, because we're short. Well, we have been short in defence. Even now, Calafiori and Nkapie are out. Mosquera's only just returned. I don't think Skelly. Skelly needs a good performance. He needs to get his confidence back, man. Skelly last year was one of the best left-backs in the Premier League. He was starting for England, you know. He's got to get that confidence back. Muddy said, if Henry backs Arteta, who are we to not back him? Yeah, I hear you. Just win us the league, bro. That's all I want to see with Mikel. Bodo have beaten Manchester City 3-1, which is hilarious. On the 4G pitch, Rodri sent off 2 yellow cards as well. Who scored for City, people? I honestly haven't seen the goals. I haven't seen anything. Who got the goal? I'm assuming it would have been Erling, but I didn't see. Who got the goal? Cherky got the goal, did he? Yeah, he's a baller, man. Cherky a baller. I don't mind the poor football if we win the league. Not screaming Arteta out, but he needs to deliver in a season with real competition as well, says Per. Yeah, I hear that. Word is all of a sudden the Prem is crap. I think the top of the Prem is not as good as the past, but the mid-lower teams are better than ever. Every team has good players and will give you a game. I think now a lot of the lower teams have got more money, more income. And and that's kind of maybe the floor has lifted, but the ceiling's dropped. I think there's no doubt Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, these teams have all sort of the level from where they were at their best has definitely dropped. But then you could look at the bottom teams and go, some of the bottom teams have improved. And the mid-table teams, you look at your Brightons, your Brentfords, they've definitely improved. Did you all see Hendrick balling in France? Man was crying on the bench a few weeks ago in Madrid. Set the young men free. Yeah, you got to let them play. Got to let them play. They have to play. Even Leicester were entertaining in 2016. Mahrez, Vardy, they were amazing to watch, to be honest. Kante as well. City got destroyed by Bodo. I love it. See, you're right, the Prem is weak. Listen, and the thing is, though, I don't care. The Prem can be the worst Prem in the history of Premier League. If we win the league, who cares? Iron said Ballfest, 0-0, one team can't attack. Can you guess who? Well, do you know what? Let's talk about the game, by the way. I think now as well, the smaller teams, because the last few years, the smaller teams are getting relegated. So there's no period of time where they can stay in the Prem, develop, and become better. Curtis, do you think the United loss has done City mentally? I don't think it's done them, but I think it's probably destabilised them a little bit. Losing to Man United it's a big deal for Man City. It really is, and they got smashed. It wasn't no fluke. Let's talk about the teams. 7 changes for Arsenal tonight, people, but still a very strong lineup. And this is where we're at. Yeah, I think the Prem's got more defensive, to be honest. And what it's done, it's taken away from the quality of attacking football going forward, is what I would say. This is the Arsenal team. 7 changes. The Arsenal 11. David Raya in goal. Urian Timber goes back to right back. Ben White is rested. Miles Lewis-Skelly comes in at left back. Big night for him. Saliba partners Christian Mosquera. Gabriel is on the bench, so Gabriel gets a rest. Remember, he was out for 2 months at the back end of 2025, so maybe he needs the break. The midfield 3, Martin Zubimendi, Mikel Merino, Sociedad double pivot, not the quickest, and Eberici Eze in attacking midfield. It's a tough game for Eze to come in, man. I said the other day, he'll play Eze against Inter. He won't do much, and then Odegaard will play against Man United. I really hope Eze does something tonight, because this is not an easy game, Inter Milan, top of Serie A, in the San Siro, Tuesday night. You're going to need to put a shift in, that is for sure. The front 3, Saka, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus. So a whole different front 3 from the team that started against Forest the other night. It was Madueke, Martinelli, and Gyökeres. Tonight it's Saka, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus. So 7 changes from the lineup at the weekend. The only thing that's a little bit disappointing, and again, you can say I'm cherry picking here or nitpicking, whatever you say. I would have liked to have seen some of the rested players not travelling. Leave them out of the squad completely. I would have liked to have seen. I think sometimes if you're going to rest a player, rest them. Like, don't make them travel over there whatsoever. But they've all pretty much travelled, and I've left Havertz off the bench there, so let me add him. So it's a strong, very strong team, and right, there we go. We'll add Havertz to the bench, and it's a very strong bench as well. So yeah, players have got the night off maybe in terms of starting the game, but they've all travelled. The Arsenal bench: Setford, Kepa, Ben White, Gabriel, Odegaard, Norgard, Rice, Ethan Nwaneri, who, as we've said, we've now got here we go. Nwaneri is going to Marseille on loan until the end of the season, but he is named on the bench. Hey, big up Inter Milan fans in the building. Christian Kivu, the manager. Nwaneri's on the bench. Madueke, Havertz, Gyökeres, Martinelli. A really strong bench. Every single player really is a quality first-team player. Setford, the youngster, obviously 2 goalkeepers in the Champions League. So a very interesting team. Zubimendi Merino double pivot worries me a little bit. I'm hoping that Marino, puts in that midfield performance that we saw against Portsmouth, the ones he's put in for Spain. Um, yeah, that's sort of all I can say. With us playing Man United at the weekend, um, I would like to see some of our big players not come off the bench. I'd be very happy and Rice, Gabriel stay on the bench for the whole game. And don't get any game time whatsoever. But whether that happens or not, I don't know. But listen, clearly Arteta sees it as an important game. On paper, it's a massive game. But I'll be honest, if we draw tonight, yeah, I wouldn't be too disappointed. Like, my biggest thing is keeping players fit for the weekend. We need one win to guarantee top two in the Champions League. And if you finish in that top four, is it that you get every game at home in the knockout stages up until the semi final, the second leg? So every time we play in the knockouts, we will play at their game, at their ground, and then we'll be back to the Emirates. So, and we've got Kairat in the last game, who are bottom of the group at home. So I'll be honest. Listen, every time Arsenal kick off, I want Arsenal to win. Cool. But I'm definitely not sitting here tonight going, yo, this game is huge. I want Arsenal to win every single time they turn up for a game of football. I really hope we beat Inter Milan tonight. And listen, it would be a massive confidence boost if you can beat a team like Inter Milan in the San Siro. Um, but let's make sure we get out of there with no injuries. That's almost as important as winning the game. I'll be totally honest with you, people. Um, so yeah, let's see how it goes. As you can see, we're top of the group. We've won every game. Inter Milan are sixth, so they're not guaranteed to get through yet. So they're pretty much at full strength. How did that Man City defeat affect them? I mean, Man City is still fourth, but they'll obviously move down when other teams win tonight and tomorrow. Liverpool got Marseille. That's a tough game for them. Tottenham have got Dortmund. Any big teams struggling? Napoli are down there in 24th. Yeah, and we play Kyra, who've got one draw and 60 feet. We've got them last. We should smash them at the Emirates next week. So we'll get through in the top two, to be honest, anyway. And then obviously you'll get the playoffs, and then we'll figure out who we're getting after the playoffs are done. Muddy said the eye test is what lets me know City ain't catching us. I understand previous seasons as people worried. This City team aren't that. Just watch them. Yeah, I mean, I'm still not quite there yet of saying it. I'm just not. He-Man said, when Henri talks, I understand it makes sense and it's real football IQ. When Walcott talks, it's total nonsense, talking absolute crap. Odegaard better than Eze. Oh, is that what Walcott said? Walcott, listen, what you got to understand, people, and I say this all the time, even with content creators as well as that. What's going on with the camera there? Why is it like out of focus? What I say with some of these guys who are working with the club, you're not going to get a real opinion of them. You're just not. Why is that? Can you see that, or is that just on my screen? Like, I look out of focus. Oh no, it looks like, yeah, it's gone a bit out of focus. I don't know what's going on there. I might have to reload and come again, people. I don't know. When did that actually come on? You can't see me, right? Let me come out and come back. Give me a second. I can't have that video quality. Give me a second, people. All right, does that look better, people? Let me know. Let me know. It did then, didn't it? But the Wi-Fi should be all right. The Wi-Fi says that it's fine. I might have to reload all of it. Same? All right, give me 2 minutes, people. I'm going to reload the laptop. Give me a second. Right, we're back. Are we better? Are we in better shape this time? I hope so. I don't know. Yeah, this is what happens when you still use Hotmail. I can't lie. Hotmail settings. The cameras had 6 red stripes. They're sabotaging me, people. Arsenal are sabotaging the stream. Is it better? Let me know. Let me know. Way better? Yeah, we're good now. We're good. I had to restart the internet quick. We should be good now, people. Big up. Yes, right. We're good. We're good. You know, internet at any given moment can go crazy. All right, I got a couple more stories that we'll get through quickly before we yeah, 4K, we're good now. Before we get into the game. Yeah, Abatard. Odegaard sabotaged the stream. He sneezed all over the modem. It's ruined it. I saw Gabriel Jesus yesterday doing his press conference, and he said he wants to sign a new contract at Arsenal. I said, brother, relax. Yeah, relax. I know you want a new contract at Arsenal, but this ain't the place you should be signing a new contract. Unless you score like 15 goals between now and the end of the season and you're the best striker in the Prem, you better chill. I want to stay. I want to win trophies. No problem. Stay till the end of the season. Help us win the title. One-way ticket to Brazil. Palmeiras, Flamengo. One of them, man. They said, do you want to stay at Arsenal long term? He said, yeah, I'd love to sign a new contract. I said, yeah, I bet you would. 200 and something thousand pounds a week. Listen, I feel for him a bit. He's a talented player. The injuries have obviously stopped him becoming what he might have been that first 6 months. He was brilliant. But £250,000 a week, do me a favour. He needs to be moved on. Problem is, he's got a year left on his contract at the end of the season. So who is going to pay him those wages? He probably can't get that contract in Brazil. So unless a club in Saudi was to come in for him, it could be difficult to move him going into the last year of his deal. So it'll be interesting what happens with him. But he's starting tonight. Now, what I think is going to be really interesting tonight is he might help Jesus. He might help Gyökeres by starting and then giving him maybe the last 20. Because I think sometimes as a striker, and I'm not making excuses for Gyökeres here because he has not played well in that last game in particular, but sometimes it's better, you come off the bench, tired legs, frustrated defenders, and you're full of energy against them. Because Jesus, when he comes off the bench, you go, oh, he's a good player, man. And then he starts, you go, no, now I can tell why, I wanted him replaced. Jesus is a player that I will always say, some players don't work out at Arsenal, and you turn around and you go, yeah, they weren't very good. Jesus is not one of those players. I will always say Gabriel Jesus a very good footballer. I think 22-23, a fit Saliba at the end of the season and a fit Jesus for the whole season, we might have won the league. He was that good that first season. He was a game changer for us. But obviously, having a World Cup in the winter, it done him. Came back with a knee injury. He was rushed back as well. Saliba then got injured. Rob Holding. We were finished. We were finished. So it'll be interesting. I think we're in a situation where, with our strikers at the moment, I think we're going to end up changing and changing and changing. I think we might end up in a situation where we don't have an out-and-out number one striker. I think you could see Jesus start a game, then you could see Gyökeres. Like, I'm sitting here today going, right, Jesus is starting today. We've got Man United at, I think, 4:30 on Sunday. Who's gonna start up front for Arsenal on Sunday? I couldn't tell you. Like, in Arteta's mind, who is he starting up front against Manchester United at the weekend? Now, maybe if Jesus balls out today, he'll play him. Maybe he plays Havertz, but Havertz has hardly played. Does he play Gyökeres? It's frustrating that we might end up in a situation where we've got like 3 strikers, and you're not sure which one. For me, Gyökeres still got to play this weekend. I don't think Havertz will be fit enough. Unless Jesus goes crazy today. You know, Jesus, remember, against Man United that time when he chopped back and Dallo went sliding like Cool Runnings and then he just slotted it past Onana. That, for me, is still one of Gabriel Jesus' best moments in an Arsenal shirt. I went absolutely crazy when he scored that goal. Like, I was a lunatic that day. But I think we need to go for quality over quantity, and next season I'd be getting rid of a couple of these players. In particular, Jesus would be one of the first ones. Do you reckon that's his best moment? Could be his best moment, to be fair. The thing that annoys me with Amazon Prime, I always end up with like a little 5-second delay for some reason. Because I watch it through my TV through Sky, but it must play through the app. So then I've got it on the tablet as well through the website, which should be live, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I love that goal from him, but it is what it is. Sentiment. You can't get caught up in sentiment. What would be amazing if Gabriel Jesus helps lead us to the title and then we shift him in the summer. Players are in the tunnel. Right, let's go through the Inter Milan team as well, because I really haven't spoken about them at all. And they are top of Serie A at the moment. They've got a player in their team that I'm a massive fan of. If you guys are regulars on this channel, you know which player it is. I'll let you know shortly. They're a very unique team because they play with two strikers, which most teams don't do. So it could be quite a tricky game. There you go, Barella, top player, top player. How old is he now? Actually, I think he's in his mid to late 20s. He's 28. Yeah, he's 29 next month. Probably. What I've read about him before is that he's one of these Italians that doesn't want to leave Italy. You know, you get a lot of players over the years, especially the Italian players. They've got no interest in coming to the Prem. So their team is a Sommer in goal. Akanji is in the team. I think he's on loan from Manchester City at the moment. A Serbi and Bastone. Bastone is a top defender. Henrique and DiMarco. DiMarco, we were linked with DiMarco a few years back. And I remember people saying at the time, nah, this guy's not very good. Over the last few years, his game has elevated. He's got better and better in that wing-back role. He's really improved. Barella, Susic, and Zielinski. Zielinski's a good player as well, man. Techie baller. Napoli, when he was at Napoli. You know what? He's a player I always used to get on Football Manager. You know, always used to get him on Football Manager. And then the front two, Marcus Thuram. It's when you know you're getting old because I used to watch Lilian Thuram. And Lautaro Martinez, who I've been critical of in the past. Some people don't like it. But what you can't question is what he does for Inter. Do you know what I mean? I don't... He's vital for them, and he's a leader for them as well. Just over the years, when we've been linked with him in the past, I've always said, I don't want him. And people always go, how can you not want him? Like, he's a solid striker, but he's a two up front striker. Yeah, Lachuro, Robbie. He's a two up front striker. Played well with Dzeko, played well with Lukaku, and now with Thuram. But I don't think he would be great playing up front by himself in the Premier League. And when you look at it in the World Cup, he was displaced by Alvarez as the main striker in that World Cup one. But listen, he is a good player, and this won't be an easy game. I'll be honest, people, I've predicted a 1-1 draw. I don't often predict Arsenal not to lose, but I'm also very honest. And yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I don't think there'll be loads of goals in this. And Inter in the San Siro, defensive. Look, they do get forward. Let me not say this is a team that doesn't attack, because they do, but I just don't think there'll be loads of goals in this. they'll be desperate to beat us because, as I showed you earlier with the league table people, they're sixth at the moment. They're 6 points off Arsenal. They have lost 2 games in the Champions League, and they'll be obviously very keen to make sure they secure qualification. And their last game is Dortmund away. So genuinely, if Inter draw or lose tonight, there's a very good chance they won't make that top 8 and they'll end up in the playoffs. Don't forget, Liverpool beat them 1-0. And this was an out of form Liverpool in the San Siro back in December. And just looking back at the stats of that game, Inter Milan only had 2 shots on target that night. Liverpool had more shots, more possession. They were the better team. So they can be got at. I'm just trying to, and Atletico Madrid with the other team who beat them, Alvarez and their man again. So, yeah, they are a beatable team. We've already qualified because of the City result. Yeah, but obviously we want to make sure we finish high so that we guarantee ourselves the home leg in the second leg of all the knockouts up until the semi-final. Do you know what? Again, I was saying, not the biggest of games, but now the game's here. I always remember, right, and this will be flashbacks, but I don't know what the reason was, but for some reason, the game's underway, by the way, people, the game is underway. Where's my timer? For some reason, I always remember Arsenal against Inter, the 5-1, and, oh, early chance, Eze flicks it on, can we get a shot off? Oh, here we go, chance! Oh, it's blocked. Another shot by Marino, blocked again. What a start that is after just 20 seconds. 2 shots blocked there. I take it all back. It's going to be a 5-0 thriller. Now, listen, I always remember, right, for some reason, I had to go bed, like, I had to turn the game off early for some reason. I might have had something the next day at school or something. And I remember muting the TV and sitting in my room and just thinking, because it was a big game for us. And I always remember Thierry had the red vapors on, socks pulled up, and we absolutely smashed them. And it was just unbelievable, you know, the way he dealt with Zanetti, and you're talking about top players. And we just battered them, didn't we? We absolutely annihilated them. Saka, people, you lot are all in front of me. Can I get it? Let me reload it. Let me reload it. That night was one of Henry's best. That was one of his best. That's up there as one of my favourite Arsenal games of all time. I'll be honest with you. Inter Milan away 5-1. Thierry Henry. Hey, Jesus could have got that. Yeah, some of you guys might get the goals before me. Sad to see the San. Is the San Siro getting knocked down? Erase for a shiny new one. Yeah, I mean, it's happening with a lot of stadiums, isn't it? You look at the new camp. I've been to the new camp. Anyone who's ever been, it was like a coliseum, like stepping into, you know, watching Gladiator or something. But they want the money, you know. They want the money, people. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Jesus weak there, man. He's got to be stronger than that. Oh, I forgot to bring up the Zinchenko story as well. Gyökeres scores that. Well, has it gone blurry again? You're joking. Has it actually? Why is it? It doesn't show on my screen, you know. It just looks normal on my screen. Has it gone blurry, people? I don't know what's going on tonight, man. What are they doing to me here, people? Let me, Oh, man. Come on. Come on, internet. Not tonight. Big up to everyone locked in. I don't know what's going on. You know, you're at certain streams, things happen, and you can't explain them. If I showed you how quick my internet is, yeah, it's just randomly going blurry. Welcome back to Blurty Shore TV, people. What is going on here? All right, we'll just run with it anyway. We'll run with it. I don't know why it's doing it. I'll refresh it at half time. I don't know why it's doing it. Is it the focus on the camera? It shouldn't. Is that better? I don't know if that made any difference, but Just twisted the camera lens a little bit. Come on, Saka, cook. Come on, do him. You 1v1. Take him on. Ah. Did that actually fix it? Are you banned? No, it did, yeah? I don't know what's going on. Look at that shot from Saka, man. You know that situation there, people, right? I'm not saying he should score that, by the way. I'm saying, left footers over the years, when they get into that situation, far top corner you look for, innit? Think about Robben, think about Bale, think about Messi, think about Mahrez. You get in that situation, it's a left footer's dream, innit? They try and bend it in that far top corner. He just hits it straight at the defender. You're like, bro, what's going on? Come on, man. We'll go double screen here. What game should we watch? Should we watch Tottenham Dortmund or should we go... No, I'll go Real Madrid Monaco. And then Arsenal here. I'm doing up... Yeah, for Robben, man. That's a decent ball. What you got, Jesus? Come on. Corner to Arsenal. You know what? We've started well. Yeah, people, do you think the... Is the camera quality better on Amazon Prime than TNT? I don't know why. I'm looking. I feel like it looks crystal clear compared to TNT Sports. They need to get with it in the Premier League, because when you watch La Liga, look at the camera quality they're getting, man. It's crazy. Hey, bro, there's no wrinkles, man. I'm telling you, I'm good. It is better. It just looks crisp, don't it? It looks really crisp, the camera quality in the Champions League. Big up to everyone locked in. Apologies for the issues with the camera. Hopefully it's sorted now. Corner to Arsenal. Saka to take it. In swinger. Headed away. Come on, Eze. You need to turn up tonight. More than a camera, guys. More than a camera. Is it Paramount Plus in America? Amazon's just looks clear, man. Mosquera fouls at the near post. La Liga show replays is so much better. Oh, the stuff they're doing with the cameras is amazing. In La Liga, I don't know how the Premier League haven't got with that. I don't understand it. Real Madrid. How have you seen the goal before me? That's crazy. I'm watching it live there. You told me before I seen it. Kylian Mbappe gives Real Madrid the lead. Who else? It had to be Kylian. Great finish as well, bottom corner. They were all getting booed at the weekend, although Mbappe wasn't getting booed. It seemed to be Vinicius. Liverpool want Bastoni. He's very good, man. Very, very good. Paid for the Paramount goal. Lasso showed to see the king. These guys are having ads during the Champions League anthem. That's mad. That's crazy. Do you know what? I watched Henry's bit and then I didn't watch the game last night. I was like, I ain't watching Brighton Bournemouth. I watched all Henry's bit, turned it off, turned it back on at half time for a bit, locked it off again, then went back again at the end of the game. I said, no, I'm good, man. I just want to hear Henry speak. That's it. Great goal by Kylian. Oh, he's such a baller. People, in your opinion, best player in the world? Kylian for me. I reckon Mbappe's number one. But if I said to you now, who's the world's best? Who would you go for? Because I hear a lot of people say Mbappe's not the best. If you had to say best player in the world now, I mean, I'm going Mbappe. I think he's the best. Lamine, yeah, Lamine is the one that I would. 40 goals last year for Kylian, but Yamal is the one that's close for me. Haaland, I mean, I always find it difficult to say Haaland because, and I know this sounds a bit, outside of goals, he doesn't do much, Haaland. So I think it'll always be difficult for him to maybe win the Ballon d'Or because players are way more exciting. Lamine is incredible. I can't lie. I think he's unbelievable to watch. Rafinha's improved. He's improved massively. That's an understatement. I don't think he's the best in the world. Kane, yeah, he's on fire. He's on fire, but he ain't done it enough in big games for me. As I always say with Harry Kane. He gets clattered there. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Stuck the leg out. Took the contact. Yeah, Dembele, obviously, you can't write off the guy who is the current Ballon d'Or winner. I'd rather watch Lamine than Kylian, says KD. I get that. I get that. I think he wows you, don't he, when you watch Lamine. Come on, Eze, man, get going. A goal in the San Siro. Elise Dembele are good. Pedri. Yeah, there's a lot of top players. Most of the guys you're naming are non-Premier League players. Which I think says a lot at the moment. Arsenal in possession. We've started the game well, to be honest. Couple of half chances. Can we create a big chance? Saka in possession. Inter know how to defend, don't they? Do you think we can win the Champions League? We can. We can. Good football, lads. Here we go. Oh, here we go. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. It's Jurriën Timber. No, is it Jesus? It's Gabriel Jesus. Maybe he will get that new contract after all. The shot was mishit by Timber, and Jesus flicks it in. Arsenal lead 1-0 in the San Siro. I thought Timber's shot had gone straight in. It was deflected. Look at this football. Zubamendi into Eze. Rolls into Jesus. Into Marino. Into Skelly. Into Timber. Mishits the shot. And it's helped in by Jesus. Poacher's goal. Lovely finish. 6 yards out. Bottom corner. Really nice goal. And Arsenal take the lead in the San Siro. I mean, dare I say it, people? Free-flowing football. That is a lovely move. Like, I know there's a mishit shot. But it's a good finish. Poacher's goal. And a great start for us, to be honest. I'm really surprised how good we look. Hey, listen, no, I'm joking. Still don't give him a contract. Mansa Joker has skies that. He probably wouldn't get there. He'd be wrestling with Bastoni. He'd be having a wrestling match. He'd be Stone Cold Stunner in Bastoni. No new contract. Just help us win trophies and then we'll shake your hand. Look, no, the build-up play was quality. Started by Eze, straight into Jesus. Jesus pops it off. Marino to Skelly. It's quality, man. Quality build-up. Good tackle. That's our ball. That is fantastic. Good night so far, people. Second choice midfield. Well, I mean, obviously Zubi is first choice. You guys know my opinion. Eze and Odegaard, I'd be playing Eze over Odegaard. Marino in the last couple of weeks has been all right in midfield. Not so much against Forest. He did well against Portsmouth and then well against Chelsea. Also on the attack again. Heavy touch by Timber, but Saka collects it. No pressure, FC. Listen, this is still Inter in the San Siro, and they need a win. Like I said, Inter's last game is Dortmund away. They might not qualify in the top 8. But we look like we're playing with a certain freedom about us, which is nice to see. No matter how we play tonight, the usual suspects will start on Sunday. Let's hope not. Saliba with the long diag doesn't get enough on it. And it's chested back to the goalkeeper. Big up to everyone locked in. 4.5K. Big up the Twitch cam. Make sure you get the like button. Let's get 3,000 likes. Come on, Arsenal. I'm shameless. We need that top 8, says Marseille. You see how these guys change like the weather. Liverpool fans, they wanted City to beat Man United at the weekend. And now, because we can help them, it's come on Arsenal. I hear it. It's shameless. It's shameless settings. But I respect it. You got to do what's best for your club, right? Tottenham are beating Dortmund. Not happy with that, man. I want them to get knocked out. Yeah, I wanted them out. That's annoying. But who cares? Listen, I'll take Tottenham in the knockout stage anyway. If they get through. Even though in the first one, we obviously can't get them. But yeah, Tottenham. Was it Romero who scored? I saw him celebrating. I didn't see the goal then. I didn't see the goal. Eze needs to start over Odegaard, free-flowing instead of side to side. The thing is, for Odegaard, even though Odegaard's in bad form, For him to get dropped, Eze he's going to need a good game. He started off quite well, but he's going to have to do more. Like, he might need an assist, he might need a goal, he might need a few little moments where you go, yo, that's magic. Do you reckon Thomas Frank will still be their manager by the time we play them? It's hard to say, isn't it? Every other week, the situation changes. I thought they might have sacked him at the weekend. Now it looks like they're going to stick with him for a little bit. So I think he's on a week-to-week basis at the moment. They've got Man City in about a week and a half, so we could do with them actually turning up. And they've got a decent record against City. When do we play Tottenham? We play Tottenham on the 22nd of Feb. I mean, it's got another month. Who've Tottenham got in that same time period? They have got... I mean, they've got Burnley this weekend. You wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Burnley. Then they've got Man City. Then they've got Man United. Then they've got Newcastle. Then they've got Arsenal. They've got a horrible run. He might not be the manager unless he gets some results. But we'll see. Very big game, Sam. Good touch there by Thuram. Gets the ball out wide. Lewis Skelly. You got to defend. Ball's rolled in. It's blocked. It's gone blurry again. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't show up like that on mine. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's playing peekaboo. It's one of... This will be the blur along, people. I just don't know why. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, it's the blur along. Keep cleaning my glasses. I don't even know why it's happening. I turned the camera last time. It changed the focus, but I think that... Did that work? Maybe not. Maybe not this time. I think we got lucky the first time. At half time, I'll restart all the internet and everything, people. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Blurt is Shaw TV. I don't know what's happening. Saliba's unreal. I said this the other day. I think Saliba could be the best centre-back in the world. I'm not even joking. Realistically, who's better than him? I've always said Van Dijk, but even he's not at his best anymore. I wouldn't swap Saliba for any centre-back in the world. Mbappe has 10 Champions League goals this season, and it's January. Bro, the guy's a joke. Guys, I think he's the best in the world with Lamine. Wow, I never even read... These 12 Super Chats, I never even read them. Good play there, Mosquera. Aye, Timber. Losers out. Thuram. Good defending, Mosquera. Saliba. Calm as a cucumber. Eze, man. They're the moments where Eze is frustrating. Ball comes into him. He's too relaxed. Man's jogging. Start running, bro. It's the champ. I don't think I've seen Eze run since he's been at Arsenal. He jogs every time he's got to get the ball. Let me read these Super Chats. People are like, you haven't read my Super Chat for ages. Max point City can earn is 91. Ours is 98. We have a 6-point buffer, 6 draws, 2 losses. Regardless of City going on 16 wins, we just can't afford losses. Easier said than done, innit? Alfred said, I'm still trying to work out why we didn't see Marino, Havertz and Gyökeres all up top against Forest and just put crosses in. Yeah, he doesn't seem to like adding a striker to another striker, which I don't understand. Thuram, what a block that is by Mosquera. Oh my days, what a goal, 1-1. That is an unbelievable finish. Kind of glad I was blurry when that went in. That is a great goal, 1-1. Come on, man. We did the first bit of defending good as well. How have we just ended up conceding from the rebound? And you know what, people? I hate to say it. Eze was the one who lost possession in the first place. I know a lot happened after. But look, man, react. Ah, it's not even in the corner, really. Raya can't see it. He gets too much pass on it. Too much power on it. We just can't clear it. I don't know why Zubamendi's running in. He should have stayed out, but yeah. Ah, 1-1. Good finish. Gave the ball away cheaply. That's what happens, man, against these kind of teams. 1-1. Yeah, Rare had no chance. Could Zubamendi have done more to block it? I don't know. Come on, Eze. Oh, no. That's a chance. Eze drags it wide. He's under pressure. Do you know what? He gets the shot off before the guy's there, man. I think he could have done better. Even the technique, how he hits it, don't look great. Could have, if he really was confident there, he could have even dropped the shoulder on him and sent him. He's probably right to hit it. Oh, Ebbs, man, you got to hit the target there. Let me update the score. You're right. I will reload the internet at halftime, people. I don't know why it's going blurry. 1-1. Listen, we're going to miss Declan Rice's defensive qualities. But that was poor. Ball was rolled into Eze, had a chance to break. He's jogging. Gets caught. Sean said, I can't believe Bodo Glimt won against Man City. Let's go Norway. Yep, great result for them. Enjoying this Roblox blur. It's, oh man, I can't. It's just to put in the box. You know, we've had so many. What did we have? The dot along. We had the one where my screen went blank, but you could hear me. The PSG one, it just cut off completely. Oh, look, Saka plays that same ball again, says Muddy. MJ, remember you said you wouldn't swap? No, no, no. Don't ever say that about me, bro. I've said I would give half the club for Kylian. That was not me. Gooner lad, can't wait to we play Fulham so you can say, Kevin! Oh, yeah, they got a player called Kevin in. He's not a bad player as well. Unreasonable think we could have more points than the Invincibles. Yeah, we can. I mean, but didn't we get more points than the Invincibles the other season? And we still didn't win the league. I reckon I might have. Is it the focus or the internet? Like there, look, I've turned it and it looks fine again. Or is that just me? Maybe it's the focus and it's not the internet. I don't know what's going on. Has that just cleared then? But why did it go back to being blurry again? Look, it's got to be the focus. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's. I said baby oil on the camera. Yo, relax. This ain't Diddy, bro. You know what I mean? Invincible's got 90. Let's have a look. Premier League 2003-4 table. Invincible's got 90. What did we get the other season? 89, I think. So yeah, they did. I think we got more wins than the Invincibles, was it? We got something more than the Invincibles that Arteta was banging on about. Was it 22-23 or 23-24? Yeah, 23-24, we won 28 games. The Invincibles won 26, but we got less points. We got 89. So he was saying, yeah, we've won more games than the Invincibles in a season. So yeah, that's what it was. I think this year, I mean, last season, Liverpool won the league with 84 points, which is quite low. I think this year it might be similar, to be honest, the way City are playing. If you look at it now, City on 43 with 16 games to go. The best they can get is 91, but they're going to drop points. Probably mid to late 80s will win it this year. Mid to late 80s. Hold something close to the camera so it focuses, then it might take away the reset. Do you know what happened? I'll be honest with you, and it's in my mind now. As I was plugging the wire in, right, so that it charges, I was holding the lens and I think I twisted it a little bit. So maybe it's losing focus every so often. So I've probably done something to it because I keep checking the internet and it's not the internet. So yeah, it's probably that all along. So every time it goes blurry, I'll just try and get it to refocus. So yeah, this is officially the blur along, people. Did Owen Goals travel to Milan with the team? He wanted to, but he tore his hamstring in training. He's out for 3 months. So no Owen Goals. That's how you beat the so-called low block, yeah? Quick football, incisive football. Ion said, performing when there's no pressure. Arsenal FC for you. Why always me said no pressure to win and we play attacking football. Latif said, are we looking Curtis had to go shot? We're playing all right. The goal was a bit frustrating, but our attack's looking quite free-flowing. Unreasonable get off Eze. Not like Odegaard is amazing defensively. Do you know what it is, though? The thing that Eze lets him down is frustrating because being casual on the ball is something you can fix. Just be a bit more aware and play a little bit quicker. Eric B and Rakim, don't sweat the technique, stay gold, coming with them classics. Bro, the blur not even that bad, relax. No, they ain't that good either. You know what I mean? I don't like things like that. It affects the viewing. But big up DM. And Muddy said, this is why Eze don't start. 0 intensity, 0 defensive awareness. Also, Liverpool after 22 games last year, 51 points. Arsenal this year, 50 points. The thing is, City at the end, not City, Liverpool at the end of last season, they were going through the motions because they knew they'd won the title. So I think they dropped points that they wouldn't have dropped. Turn off auto blur. Yeah, I've probably put it on by accident. Apparently Dortmund have had a red card. That's frustrating. Tottenham probably beat them. But we could do with Tottenham playing well next week when they play Man City. So maybe it will give them a confidence boost. Eze to take the corner. In swinger. Hopefully we can get a goal from it. Whips it in. He doesn't beat the first defender. Poor delivery. The reason I get more sort of, not anxious, but the reason I want Eze to do well, because if Eze just has an all-right game, we know that's not going to be enough for him to get Odegaard out of the team, because we know how much Arteta loves Odegaard. So when he does things like that, corner cleared at the near post, jogging on the ball, loses the ball, after a couple of, it leads to a goal. In my head, I'm like, oh man, Arteta's going to really hone in on that and go, well, he got caught on the ball, or he's going to go, well, his corner doesn't even beat the first defender, so he needs to play even better. He ain't got time to have an average performance. He needs to put in like a 7 or 8 out of 10 sort of level performance. Is Gabriel Jesus. Marino gets caught on the ball there, Marino, and Inter will try and break. We're in trouble. 3 against 3. Latora Martinez. Thuram's in space. Cuts inside. Rolls it to Thuram. Oh, it's a terrible shot. Absolutely awful technique. How have they not scored? We got caught on the break there. Is that Zubamendi, was it? Look how far Zubamendi ends up behind him there. Took too long to pass it to Thuram. That technique is awful. Awful technique, Marcus Thuram. Madrid are winning 2-0. Who scored? I'm assuming Kylian again. It always seems to be Kylian. We got caught so easily there, man. Zubamendi couldn't keep up with him. Real Madrid, let's have a look. Who scored? I haven't even got the goal update yet. Zubamendi then was treading water. Yeah, he's the son of Lilian Thuram. Come on, Saka. Oh, cross ain't great. Was it Mbappe again? The guy's a joke, man. He's unbelievable. He's absolutely unbelievable, Kylian. He might get 20 Champions League goals if they stay in the competition till the end. I can't believe how slow Zubamendi was there. I don't know. Who was the guy running away from him there? But he looked quick. Zubi or MLS card in the game somewhere, definitely. Definitely. Because they struggle to keep up with the pace of the game. Refs giving them everything. You know what it's like. You know what it's like. You're in the San Siro. Oh, they're showing you their goal back. Yeah, he gets a lot of power in it. The Dortmund red was harsh. The thing that's a bit annoying tonight is Saka's actually getting in 1v1 situations. Or was it that Susic? I think it was him. I don't know much about him. I think he was the one who was running away from Zubomendi. He's got pace, man. He's got pace. Game's quite open. I did predict 1-1, but I do have a feeling we're going to get another goal or two. I don't think it will remain at this. What's his name? Peter Susic. Croatian midfielder, Inter Milan, 22 years of age. Was signed from Dynamo Zagreb. He looks good, man. He looks quick. Saka end product's getting worse. He just, I don't know, man. It's just taken that explosiveness out of him. He gets the ball. He's in possession now. Big up that guy, D, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Nearly 5,000 of you. Get the likes up. Let's get 3,000 likes. Big up the Twitch gang. Remember, Party single-handedly handing 3 Liverpool players. Saka, you've got past him. Blocked. It seems like his crosses get blocked a lot, man. Zubi wearing Gyökeres boots today. Feels Zubi has to do more on the goal. Take it on the full. Yeah, it's like he turns away. I think you've got to make yourself bigger. PSG are winning 1-0. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you keep us updated with the scores as well. It's always interesting to know how the other teams are getting on. Corner to Arsenal. Saka's been running to the ground. I mean, he's had a little bit of rotation this season, but maybe he's just got a... I don't know. Dembele had that torn hamstring and ended up winning Ballon d'Or. So, header, goal! 2-0. It's Gabriel Jesus. 2-1, sorry. Yeah, 2-1. Crossed in by Saka. Trossard with the looping header. And Gabriel Jesus nods it in from 6 yards out. Arsenal lead 2-0. 2-1. Why do I keep saying 2-0? 2-1 to Arsenal. Good finish. Poacher's finish again. Great header from Trossard and nodded in by Gabriel Jesus. Unmarked. That is terrible defending. He's unmarked 6 yards out. Great assist by Trossard. Looping header back across. Deep corner from Saka. Trossard. Brilliant header. Sommer, the goalkeeper for them. He's on the near post. Loops over his head. Nodded in. Oh, 9 back at the San Siro. Yeah, relax. Quality finish. Yeah, Gyökeres, mate. I think that Man United game, you might be on the bench, but it is what it is, man. We just need to do what's best for the team. Jesus again. Poacher's goal. Good assist by Trossard. Do you know what's crazy, right, is I'm looking at Inter and I'm thinking, these lot got to the Champions League final last season. And I mean, I don't know if they've got players missing, but what I mean is they're not rotating tonight. They're putting a strong team out because they've got Dortmund in the last game. They're not even guaranteed to qualify in the top 8. And we're beating them. Like, I feel like we can win this game. We've made changes. We've got, you know, you would have Gabriel at centre-back. You'd probably have Calafiori or Nketiah at left-back. You'd have Declan Rice. You know, the Champions League looks wide open this season. Obviously, PSG is still very difficult. And you just don't... I know we beat Madrid last year, but you just don't know on any given night they can turn up. I'm not saying we're going to win it. I'm saying it's a very open competition. If I said to you right now, who's going to win the Champions League? There'll be a variety of answers. People say PSG. People will say Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Maybe even Liverpool, Man City. Who knows? You know, we're in the mix. We're in the mix. All of those teams I've mentioned are beatable. Barca defend on the halfway line. Real Madrid are shaky defensively. Bayern Munich we've slapped. Atletico we've slapped. The problem is with Arsenal, and the key word is pressure. The key word is pressure. Like, we're the kind of team that we beat Bayern Munich in the group stage, but lose to them in a quarter-final because the pressure is so much different. Yeah, look at last year, we beat PSG in the groups. They beat us in the knockouts, home and away. Latoro's shot is blocked, goes out for a corner. Even though, to be honest, it did change. They signed Kvara, who made a massive difference, and Dembele was just in Ballon d'Or form, playing up front in the second part of the season, where earlier in the season he wasn't in the squad when he'd fallen out with Luis Enrique. Corner to Inter Milan. So I didn't even realise, somebody said earlier that San Siro is getting knocked down and rebuilt. I think the problem with a lot of these grounds, they've got great history. Again, the San Siro is a bit of a coliseum. You got them big concrete pillars outside in the corner. But people say the atmosphere is brilliant, but the viewing experience isn't necessarily the best. So maybe, you know, they want these modern stadiums with better seating. And you look at the Bernabeu now when it's been done up. You look at Bayern Munich Stadium. They want these modern grounds, and then they can put the prices up, and then they can charge more, make more money. It's all kind of, it all works for the club. And I think what you got to understand as well is a lot of these clubs in Italy, they don't have money at the moment. You know, the money seems to be short in Italy at the moment. So they have to find ways to encourage people to go there. You know, growing up, Italy for me was probably the biggest league in the world. They were breaking world records. They were getting, you know, R9 was there, Zidane, Ronaldinho ended up there. They had the best defenders, Maldini and everyone. They're winning Champions Leagues. Come on, we can get a Jesus hat-trick. Saka, why are you not rolling that? Nah, come on. Nah, come on, Bakayo, man. Come on. I mean, look, I don't mind you not passing, but what is that shot? It's a terrible shot. It's not even close. He actually could have slipped Jesus one-on-one there. When you look at the replay, look at that. Look at that. What kind of shot is that, bro? It's just, even the way it hit the advertising board, it was just a bit. It was another one of them, wasn't it? Come on, Bakayo, man. Pass the ball, Saka. Pass the ball. Saka, for me, is playing with a desperation to... Hey, yo! Lewis Skelly just bodied Barella. Sit down, bro. I love that. Barella just got sat down by Lewis Skelly. Saka's playing with a desperation to score. Even when you need a goal, you shouldn't play with desperation. Let it happen naturally. I get it. He wants his numbers up. But let it happen. Subby, where... No, I read that one, didn't I? Liam said, it's coming, Curtis. I see it now. We look void of ideas. Watch us bottle the title. We've been here before. Our players look bored. I think we're doing all right tonight, to be honest. Victor Soccer deserves to hold bench, says JC. Big C, who is bigger, AC or Inter? I always was an AC fan. I think AC are bigger, but that's just my opinion. I remember I always preferred AC, and then I was gutted when R9 went to Inter. I was like, come on, man. I wanted the Inter shirt then, but yeah. Here we go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. Oh, what are we doing here, lads? What are we doing here? They're on the break. They're on the break. We look stretched. Oh, that's terrible. Goes wide. But I always used to like George Weah. I used to like Rui Costa with the low socks, absolute baller. Shevchenko. What do you guys think? I always thought AC were bigger than Inter. Apparently Tottenham are winning 2-0. Dortmund have got a red card, so they're probably going to batter them. Yeah, do you know what? I only realised this season that Lewis Skelly's not very quick. You think AC are bigger? I thought Skelly had half decent pace last season. This season he just doesn't look as quick. Maybe it's the sharpness. Come on, Saki, you've done well there. Decent ball. No, it's headed away. Another corner. Kaka. I think Kaka genuinely would have been like a regular Ballon d'Or winner, but he was in the generation where there were bigger players than him. He couldn't get ahead of them. Did he win? He might have won one Ballon d'Or, Kaka. I'm not sure actually. I think he might have got one, but he could have got like multiple if he didn't have like CR7 and Messi and them around him. Kaka Ballon d'Or. Yeah, he won it in 2007. Absolute baller. In swinging corner, Saka to take it. Pato, yeah, man. How quick was Pato back in the day, man? I thought he was going to be a world beater. In swinging corner, 6 minutes till half time. Saka takes it. It's in swinger. Jan Sommer punches it out and it's cleared for a throw. In fact, he's given a free kick against Arsenal. Jan Sommer. And it's a free kick to them. 5 minutes till half time. Decent performance. I'm quite happy with the performance, to be honest. Considering the changes. Inter Milan in the San Siro, top of the Italian league. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. If we can get a win here, it'd be a fantastic result. FIFA 12 Pato was crazy. Oh, man. Adriano, 99 shot power. Inter had a mad team. R9 and them. Is Eze playing? He started quite well and then he had a few moments not so good, you know. Eze thinks he's playing at Selhurst Park. Yeah. He's done some good things, but he got caught. Come on, Ebbs. He's giving it away. Inter on the break. Pirlo was unreal. Unreal. What a player. DeMarco whips it in. Great flick on. Great defending there. And Raya collects it. You know what? Mosquera's look good today, man. Hullet, Van Basten and Rijkaard for AC. The Germans for Inter. Good battles. Both clubs have had really good players, haven't they? Who flicked that away? Saliba. Just pure class. Yeah, both teams have had great players, man. You know, if you go over the years, you know, Inter. I think Zlatan actually played for both clubs. Rakoba, as some of you said there. I mean, Mello, that's great. The history there. Rakoba. I always used to remember on Pro Evo, even though I liked AC, Inter used to go on Inter and they had like Rakoba, they had like Zanetti, Toldo in goal. They'd have Martins, Adriano. Their team was unreal. And then AC Milan had like Shevchenko. I think Crespo was there. Kaká, Seedorf, Pirlo, Maldini, Cafu, Dida. Absolute ballers. Serie A was stacked. Absolutely stacked. And then Juventus, obviously, Del Piero and all the players they had, man. It was the best league in the world, to be honest. I loved it. Christian Vieri. Super McTominay has scored for Napoli. Super Scott McTominay. Marino got done there. Inter driving into space. Ball out wide. DeMarco whips it across. Great save, David Raya. And the rebound is blocked at the near post. I tell you what, DeMarco's got a serious delivery. No, Crespo, sorry. I think, did he play for Inter? I know he played for AC. Hernan Crespo. Listen, he played for a lot of teams in Italy. I'm not sure. Yeah, he did play for Inter. I actually totally forgot about that. Obviously had a short spell in the Premier League. Seedorf won everything. Man like Clarence. Oh, Nesta's one of my favourite Italian defenders of all time. Corner's cleared away by Arsenal, comes back out to the edge. Del Piero, Nedved, Thuram, yeah, Juve, man. Buffon as well. Buffon's probably my favourite ever goalkeeper. Aye, Trossard slips there, ball comes out wide. It's whipped in all the way across. Wow. And Arsenal managed to clear it. Can we hit them on the break? Jesus, not a bad ball looking for Trossard, but it's cleared by Inter. Maldini, best defender ever. It's up there. He's up there, that's for sure. He's an incredible defender. My cousin Giovanni played in goal for the team with Hullet, Van Basten and Rijkaard. Seen his European Cup medal. That's crazy. Roberto Baggio, oh, he was incredible. Until, you know, it's sad because he'll probably be remembered for the penalty miss. The Materazzi Rui Costa picture is just iconic. With all the smoke and the flares going off. And then them two are just there stood next to each other. It's amazing. Edgar Davids, man like Eddie. Baresi, yeah, what a player. Marcel Desailly, Yapstam. So many. Cannavaro, your favourite? I think I slightly preferred Nesta to Cannavaro. But they were both incredible. Ravanelli, man, the celebration was legendary when he came to Middlesbrough and the shirt over the head. Him and Janino and them, man. Minute added on at the end of the first half. Saliba just bullying strikers, as he does. Guy's outrageous. We need that Gabriel Jesus hat-trick, man. We need that Gabby Jesus hat-trick. Zidane headbutting Materazzi. I mean, that's the way to retire, isn't it? Just headbutt someone in the chest. 30 seconds to go. Decent first half, to be honest. Balotelli should have been a world beater, shouldn't he? Let's be real. Balotelli should be one of the best strikers of this last 10 years, but I don't know. Now, when I say it's been good, I mean good in the sense that we've scored a couple of good goals. We've moved the ball a little bit quicker. We're playing against like a good opposition, you know. And I'm quite pleased with the performance. 2 goals in the first half. Most of the first half games, we're half asleep. I'll take this. Half-time whistle goes, people. Half-time whistle goes. I think that's been okay. Like, look, it's not amazing to watch, but by no means has it been terrible. You go to San Siro, Inter Milan scored 2 in the first half. It's been okay. Di Natale, yeah, he was a baller, man. Udinese. Saka's been crap. I mean, his end product hasn't been good enough, that's for sure. He's got into good positions, getting past the fullbacks, but his end product definitely can improve. I want to see. Everyone's going mad about this Dortmund red. Let's have a look what's happened. Dortmund red card. What was the situation? So he went to kick the ball. It's one of them VAR red cards, man. He's gone to kick the ball and his foot's lifted up after he's kicked it. And he's caught the player with his studs. He doesn't even know he's there. It should be a yellow, but the thing is, when you slow that down... All right, let's figure out how we get rid of this blur. There we go, it's gone. Yeah, I need to make sure I sort this out by tomorrow. I've changed something. Look, you can see it's like trying to... Come on, I'm here, man. What are you doing? It's like trying to capture me on the blur. I'm having a stinker here. Look, it's gone blurry again. Come on. What are you doing? Right, we're back. Let me stay. Oh, what's going on, man? Blur 1, Curtis 0. I'm losing to my own camera. I think I'm back again. Right, we're good. Jeez. I've changed the settings. No, honestly, it's not the lens. It's not the lens. I wiped it. In terms of the lens being dirty. I've adjusted something by accident at the start of the stream. I was moving the camera and putting the wire in, and I've twisted the lens, so I've done something to the focus, and it keeps changing. But so I'm having a fight with turn off autofocus. Yeah, I've probably put it on by accident. Yeah, it does say auto on the screen as well, and I've never saw that, so I've probably, yeah, I will sort it out for tomorrow, people. Is the most blurry stream in the world, guys. Big up to everyone locked in. Let me stop the timer. In terms of that half, listen, I'm quite pleased with what I've seen. I told you my expectation levels were not overly high in the sense of I thought we could still get a decent result, but I wasn't like going into the game like, listen, we have got to win. I was like, nah, you know what? I don't want no injuries. That Man United game is huge on Sunday. I want to see Arsenal get through the game, a draw or a win, no injuries, and I'll keep it moving. Keep it moving. Mosquera hasn't played for ages. Skelly hasn't played for ages. That's half of our back four. Marino in midfield is always a bit, shaky. Eze hasn't played for ages from the start. Jesus hasn't started a lot of games. So you've got probably 5 players that don't start a lot of football. So I'm quite happy with what I've seen. Yeah, the goal was maybe a little bit avoidable. Eze started the game quite well, and then just he looks half a yard off it. I don't know if that's because he's not sharp, or whether he just plays the game at that tempo and coming to a higher level in Champions League football, the game's a little bit quicker. Uman said Kaká and Inzaghi. Inzaghi is that player that celebrates a 1-yard tap-in like somebody celebrates a 30-yard rocket. He was the ultimate tap-in merchant, but he was really good though. African Sci-Fi, Mourinho's Inter team was goated. Smoked Chelsea, Pep's Barca, then Bayern. I mean, this guy had Eto'o at left wing back and somehow made it work. Diego Milito and them, man. Schneider, how good was Schneider, man? What a player. So good. Yeah, Mourinho. I mean, back-to-back trebles for Samuel Eto'o. Won a treble at Barca, went to Inter and won a treble. Forza Milan Broski, we had an Avengers team 03 to 07, yeah? That team was insane. It was a cheat code. Mohammed said, Curtis, isn't it mad how fluid we play without our number 8? Yeah, we have played well. I think he has too many touches, but I don't know if Eze's done enough in the eyes of Arteta that he's getting him out of the team with this performance. Try put it on manual focus. There's a switch on the lens that says AF, MF will fix it instantly. If it goes blurry again, I'm gonna have to get up, and you can tell like I'm old school in it. I'm dial-up internet. I'm a BlackBerry Messenger. I'm Hotmail because I've probably only got to twist it or press one button, and I'm like, yo, I don't know whether to press nothing in case I mash up the whole camera. I'm moving like a unks. Oh, Juve Pogba, the first time when Man U bought him back for 90 mil. He was crazy. He was crazy. Guna Carlos said, we aren't special, but the rest of the Prem just ain't good enough. Same situation as Liverpool last year. They also had a 7-point gap at this point. The Prem is ours. I hope so. I hope so. See, it's not blurry. We're all just a little drunk. Well, yeah. Maybe you need to be to watch Arsenal, but we've been all right tonight. I'm pleased. Odegaard should be on a flight to Marseille. That's the only thing that I was saying is that if you're looking at Eze's performance like in the last few games he's played, and you're looking at the way Odegaard's been playing, I reckon Ethan could be playing. I reckon Ethan could be starting. Wayne Rooney, Seedorf, Theo Walcott. I mean, Theo had a decent career at Arsenal, but you got 2 real... Oh, no, here we go. Camera, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're going blurry. Let me actually have a look. We'll have a look. Right, what have I done here? Come on. What's going on here, man? Probably just twisted something. Are we back? Right. Let me. I can't be doing this blur along, people. It's losing focus, isn't it? It says auto on it as well, man. I'm having a scrap with the camera. It's all right now. It's just trying to go blurry every time. This is a joke. What button have I actually pressed? Yeah, lens is good now, but geez, I can't say it ain't gonna happen again. Odegaard should be on the flight to Marseille, said Tom. Big C on the Japanese corn setting. I don't know what's going on. Update the camera drivers or use AI. Message me to help. Do you know what though? I think I've just genuinely affected it by twisting the lens, and I've changed the settings. Just punch it, yeah. It's funny, you know, back in the day with technology, anything that didn't work, you just hit it, didn't you? Like, if your phone, you just whacked it on the sofa, you went, oh yeah, it's working now. Like, that's what's going on. Zubby turned his back on the shot, schoolboy defended. You see a lot of players do that nowadays. Focus modes, yeah, I don't know what I've done to it, people. The technical tap, yeah, that's what it was called. Just give it a little tap. You just, oh yeah, it's working now. Yeah, it's working. Dump Bitcoin, someone said. Eze is working, but the ball is mainly on the right. Just a couple of times he had it. He lost the ball. Turn off autofocus. Yeah, that's definitely what I've turned on. And it actually says auto there as well. I don't even know how you turn it off. Never mind how I turn it on. Vinny and Mbappe link up. Let's have a look at Mbappe's goals because, well, I saw his first one actually. Let me see his. He's absolutely on fire in the Champions League this year. Kylian. Oh, it's only showing me his first goal. People saying his second goal was offside. He used to play for Monaco, didn't he? Love the C unit camera help. Like, I'm telling you, man, I'm moving mad. I'm moving mad. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Put on manual focus. I wish I knew how, bro. I wish I knew how I'd do it. If it keeps doing it, it was going then. Oh dear. Right. What's this one? Ethan was sent out of the Prem so he wouldn't cook and embarrass Odegaard. Do you know what? It's funny, somebody else said that to me today. Somebody said, well, hang on a minute. A week ago, apparently he didn't want to go on loan when it was Bournemouth Brentford. A week later, they're sending him to Marseille. Is Arteta thinking get him out of the Prem? Because I suppose the problem from Arteta's point of view is if he goes to a Bournemouth and starts balling out on our doorstep, in the sense of we're watching it every week in the Premier League highlights, you're going to be like, well, how's this guy not playing for us when he's capable of this in the Prem? If you get him to France, you can say, well, he's doing it in the French league. Can he come back and do it in the Premier League, So that's where it takes a little bit of pressure off Arteta by getting him out of the country. So, yeah. Lewis Skelly doesn't look fit. No, he hasn't looked fit the last few times he's played. He looks sluggish. Put your hand close to the camera to grab the focus. Pull your hand back towards your face to fix it. Somebody else said that, like, make it focus and then it clears it. Did Gabby lose her dad last week? I heard something about that because didn't she like leave halfway through Match of the Day or something? I did hear something about that. She's a good presenter as well. Let's get the halftime tweet. Decent first half, considering the changes. I'm surprised by how kind of Inter don't look great defensively, and when you watch Italian teams, you expect them to be defensively solid, but maybe that system because they're playing with a back three. What? Oscar Bob's going Fulham for 35 million. 35? How are they getting 35 million for Oscar Bob? Don't get me wrong, he's a talent. He's very highly rated, but he's hardly kicked a ball. 9 appearances. 3 last season. He had the broken leg, didn't he? 14 the year before. He started a handful of games. 35 million for Oscar Bob. That is incredible business, man. They've got more for Oscar Bob than they paid for Gahey. I reckon they give these clubs money and say, right, buy him with our money to balance the books. I don't even know why Fulham would be desperate to sign him. Like, they've got players in wide areas. I don't know. He is a young talent, but I've literally only just seen that. I don't think it's at here we go yet. Fulham are in talks to sign 35 million. Could even have add-ons. Wow. Bobby's a good player. I rather wonder why they didn't keep him. I wonder if that one will come back and bite them. I wonder if he's one of them that's going to go and ball out. I think he starts, Stoney, for Norway. Him, Odegaard, and Haaland. He's on 50 grand a week at Man City, so he was on a good wage. Yeah, the City process. Well, this is the thing. A lot of the times, people football unfocus. I like that one. That's a bagger, not football focus. Mateta to Villa. What's going on here? Is that I'm out the loop, man. I'm out of the loop. I thought Mateta was being linked with Juventus. Let's have a look. We'll have a look. Wow, Ornstein, yeah. I tell you what, Palace are literally, they're going to have nothing left. Ian Beale settings. Mateta. How much that? Why would Palace sell Mateta? Is he out of contract? I'm sure he's got a year left on his deal. It makes no sense. Mateta contract. Or is he out of contract this summer? Is he out of contract? No, he's got a year left on his deal. So why would they sell him? I tell you what, Mateta, if Mateta goes to Villa, I'll be a little bit concerned about Villa, to be honest. Because having Mateta and Watkins rotation, and I just saw today that Leon Bailey's loan from Roma has been cancelled. I don't know whether they've cancelled the loan to bring him back and play at Villa, or whether they've cancelled the loan because he's not playing and they're going to send him somewhere else. No, the San Siro looks iconic from the outside, man. Looks unbelievable. Palace have fallen off a cliff. I just don't get it. Gahey for 20 million. Mateta could go. Glasner's saying he's leaving. I reckon Glasner might not even finish the season. Mateta would be... Marlon was sent the other way, so maybe they've said, we'll take Bailey back, we'll give you Marlon. Interesting. I think Palace will stay up. I think they've still got enough quality to stay. If they sell Mateta, they're in trouble. They could get dragged into it. But the bottom three are quite far away. Troop's dog just pooed on his stream, stinking out the place. He's going mad. That is legendary. That is legendary stuff, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's happening. Second half about to get underway, people. This is what I'm saying. People have to understand it's live. Anything can happen. It's hard work. Man's dog's out. Let's have a look at his stream. Yeah, look, he's not there. He's not even on camera. He's got a little dog, hasn't he? So, at that age, man, they'll let it go anywhere. Yeah, he's not a poo along, man's got... I mean, I thought my blur along was bad. He's got a poo along going on, you know what I mean? Second half about to get underway, people. Keep me updated with the other scores as well. Keep me updated with the other Champions League scores. CVHB said I'm a... what's that? Oh, a Chelsea fan. Best show in the world. Boy, best show in the world, guys. It's been a bit blurry, guys, but it's unbelievable, guys. Second half underway. Second half underway, people. De Zerbi or Keith Andrews? Yeah, I hear you. De Zerbi a much better coach. But I think Premier League experience could have helped him a little bit. But big up Muddy. De Zerbi's a good coach. Saka being good, this chat hates our own. No, his end product hasn't been great. He's been on some good runs. His crosses his best cross was the corner that Trossard headed back, but in open play, a lot of his crosses were blocked, and he had 2 shots that weren't great. Midnight, I want to see Eze near the box and shoot. I reckon 65 minutes he's getting dragged. And she said, if he starts Jokeres against Man United, I'm not watching that game. We're going to lose. I think Jesus probably play himself into a start here if he comes off in maybe the 70th minute. If you're using OBS, you can only disable the autofocus by stopping the live session, then going to the camera settings. And I am using OBS, Sebs. I am using OBS. I've got issues with OBS at the moment because I've only noticed recently, but when I'm reacting to goals on stream, it's clipping me up, innit, and muting the microphone. So I did a test yesterday on StreamYard and just shouted, played it back. It's all working. But obviously for the watch-alongs, I go through OBS because the graphics and the timer and things like that. And it's clipping me on goal celebrations. So when we're scoring goals, you're just hearing, yeah, and then it's just disappearing, the noise. So I've got to get that sorted for the weekend. I have to sort that because Man United Arsenal is still probably my favourite Premier League game. And I will be going crazy if we score against Man United. So I can't have that. Jimbo said that's your compressor settings making the audio cut out. Okay, cool. We need to sort that. I'll get that sorted for the weekend. I will get that. So we can't have that. I need to be going mad. Come on, let's go. Come on, Trossard. Cook. 2 players on him. Twisting and turning. Good defending. It goes out for a corner. Oh, DM troubleshoot. Sebs, yeah, I'd appreciate it, man. Let me know, people. Look, it's blurring again, isn't it? Look, come on. Right, and there we go. We're back. Right, so I need to get that blur off. And I need to get the compression sorted so it don't clip when I'm shouting for the goal celebration. It's because you have compression on the mic in OBS. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We'll make it work. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to be like a statue, you know what I mean, for the whole stream, so that the focus doesn't move. As a corner header over the bar. I think no, Arsenal saying it should have been another corner. He's given a goal kick. I'm back after watching the troops meltdown. On his chair, you're joking. I thought you meant like it done it in the room somewhere. I didn't realise it actually. Hold on. Let's have a look. I'm trying to like go back through his stream where it happened. No, it looks bad. He's got tissue in his hand and everything. Do you see it actually happening, or is it? Nah, I don't. I'm trying to find the part, but I've just rewind. Man's got tissue in his hand. He's standing up. Ah, yeah, I could just tell the man's stressed. He's wiping the chair. Somebody said the poo along. I'm trying to see him. I'm assuming, was he holding the dog or something? Yeah, I don't know. I'll look back after. I'll look back. I'm sure that will get clipped up anyway. Oh, on the chair wheel, so he was on the floor. But he's obviously stunk out the place. It's live TV, people. You know what I mean? Remember Big Brother back in the day? What was it? Davina McCall. She'd be like, "You are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear." You know what I mean? Anything can happen. Blurry camera, dogs pooing on the wheels on Troop Stream. It's all mad, people. This is the beauty of being live. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Curtis, are Spurs any danger? Currently fifth. They seem to do well in Europe. No, I don't think they'll win it, but there's certain teams, isn't there? Like, you know, Liverpool. Liverpool are one of them teams where you go, Liverpool aren't good this season, or not at the level that they've been. But I don't think you want to really play Liverpool in a Champions League because, come on, Eze. Oh, shot saved. That's better. It's a work in progress. You just know that you can get Liverpool at Anfield and it can become, you know, you'll never walk alone and everything goes crazy. Should he have just rolled that into Trossard? He's in as well. That's desperation again, you see. Players are desperate to score. He's got to drill that as well. He doesn't hit that hard enough, man. Put your laces through that. He's hit that too soft. Man said poops. No. Poops TV. That is a banger. Man's having a stressful watch along, you know. That is a legendary one. Copy. Nah, man, we need a third goal. We can actually end this, you know. I'm telling you now, this don't need to be a. This one don't need to be a. Ay, heavy challenge there. Gabriel Jesus. Welcome back to Poops TV. Yo. Hey, listen, man, we've watched some smelly performances this year anyway, so it's not. He's watched it. Nah, Troops ain't in New York. He's back in London, man. He came back years ago. We won't kill the game. I hope we do. I hope we do. Next goal will look. Honestly, watch Eze. I feel like I never noticed this with Eze at Palace. He does not run on the ball. I don't know why. I feel like when he was at Palace, I saw him doing driving runs through the middle. I genuinely don't think he runs. And it probably worked there, but it doesn't. I don't know. If you're going to play with that, yeah, he does glide, but you don't mind if you glide past people. But sometimes he's gliding, he ain't getting past players. I think he needs to be higher up the pitch. Get him higher up the pitch, then you don't need to drive forward as much. You can get it, bang, pass, shoot, skill, like he did in that Tottenham game. You look at his goals, they're all on the edge of the penalty area. Doesn't have to run much. He arrives late. Obviously, Inter, they're appealing for a penalty. Comes to the back post, great challenge. Referee says no. So hopefully we're all right there. The muted Selly is goated though, not going to lie. Big up to you, cheeky legend. MJ said Walcott compared this Arsenal team to United 08. Walcott's on the payroll, isn't he? So, you know, he's the he's one of the ambassadors for Arsenal. He goes on the tours and stuff. So he's gonna just say things that get him a few more tours. But come on, what are we doing here? Even I wouldn't say something like that, you know what I mean? 08 United was ridiculous. 3-0 Madrid. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Referee says no penalty. Nah, no pen. Now Toro, honestly, I've never ever been convinced by him. I've never been convinced by him. He's got a good goal record in Serie A. But oh dear. What's going on here? Come on. You know he's going to take him off eventually as well. I want Eze to get a goal, man. He needs a goal. That's why I was hoping that shot went in. Make sure you get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. We've had a battle today, but we got there in the end. The blur along this will be remembered as, people. The churro. Ah, Kevin! Would you sim the season and guarantee us finishing with 85 points? Ooh, 85. I think we can possibly get... I'm sure somebody just... When we checked it, didn't we say we can get 98 points? I think we can get 98 points. So would I take 85? That means we're dropping 13 points between now and the end of the season. 13 points. That could be like 3 draws. No, it'd be more than that. That's Nah, I'm not taking 85. I think we got 45 points in 19 games. That puts us on, nah, it could be more than that. No, I'm not taking 85. Let's get more. Come on, Saka. That's a good ball. Trossard. Oi! Bakayo. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Great balling. That's what I need, bro. Look at that cross. Put that in a can and sell it in the supermarket. Do that every week. Great balling. Unlucky Trossard. Good volley. Done well there against DeMarco as well, who's a decent wing back. I think DeMarco's probably better going forward. I remember, was it Lamine absolutely terrorized him last season, like ridiculously in that semi-final. That's so much better, that ball. Does it when he wants, doesn't like Jokeres. That's just so much better from him. Big up Sebs, he sent me the DM. Skelly did well again there on Barella. I don't get what's happening with Barella. He's almost playing out wide. Man's a baller, and the man's almost playing right wing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Barella. Lewis Skelly's bodied him twice. Do you think Real Madrid have a chance with a new manager? Are they going to keep Arbeloa, or are they going to appoint someone? I don't know. Has Saka ever played a through ball? He must have in his time. I can't remember one, but I'm sure he has. Ethan is better than Eze. Well, Lamine destroyed him. 4-0 Real Madrid own goal. Is it pronounced Lautaro or... yeah, people say... I say Lautaro Martinez, but I'm sure people will correct me. That's how they've played him in that system. See, I've watched a few Inter games. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Pushing Barella wide, he looks finished. He ain't quick enough to do that. Marcus Thuram. Wee! Turned Mosquera and got the shot off. Good save. Has Saka passed his prime? Listen, I'm not going to say that Saka has passed his prime because I still believe we can get a quality Saka back. I think you've got to adapt to him slightly and say, okay, maybe he's not quite as explosive as he was before. So I want him higher up the pitch more often. I don't want him getting the ball so far back. Big players have had this injury before. He doesn't have to be... I just think he's in his own mind a little bit at the moment that, listen, these wingers, they want numbers. Wingers are the new strikers, people. Do you know what I mean? It's all changed now. Wingers are the goal scorers. And I think he's desperate to get his numbers up. And I would just be saying to him, if I was Arteta, listen, the numbers will figure themselves out. You start every week for Arsenal. We're top of the league. We're going to beat some teams heavily. Not everyone, but you're going to end up with decent numbers anyway. You know, if we win the league, we're not going to be sitting here moaning. He's got 4 goals, 4 assists in the Prem. Turn that into 10 goals, 8 assists, and we're title winners. We'll take that. Champions League, he's got 2 goals, 1 assist. Turn that into 6 goals, 4 assists. You know what I mean? Just relax a little bit. I've still got belief in him, man. He's a quality player. You don't just lose it. Dembele's had that injury. I think Elise's had that injury as well, the hamstring. But he's not at his best. But it might take him time. It might take him some time. But he's still got time on his side. Saka is fighting to be the player he was. Yeah, exactly. He needs to focus on his strengths and helping the team. And he might have to adapt. He might have to adapt. Obviously, the concern is always that you look at players over the years like Daniel Sturridge, Michael Owen, Fernando Torres. Torn hamstrings were never the same player. Do you know what I mean? We're never the same player. But I'm not watching Saka thinking he's finished. I'm just thinking you're not quite what you was before, but he might need some time to adapt. Do you know what? A lot of people have said this before, and a few of you have said it in the comments. Could Saka play in the 10? It's just whether he can receive the ball on the half turn. Has he got that 360 vision? I remember when Trent, everyone was going, "Oh, put him in midfield. He's so good when he inverts." When he played centre mid for England, he was rubbish because he was getting caught on the ball and he didn't have that 360 vision. Trossard, good feet there. Come on, Saka. Get at him. Ah, he kicks it straight at him. Skelly has done all right, to be honest. He has done all right. A couple of times he got outpaced, but he can't help that, can he? Stop playing Timber at right back. Nah, he's got to play right back, surely. Saka is an intelligent player because he's never been rapid. He will recover. Needs to get some of his selfish play out of his game. Yeah, just relax. And as I say, I think a lot of it is because of the expectation we've had of him over previous seasons. Here's a chance for Kaio. Oh, man, what a chance. Pull the trigger quicker. He's finished. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. What a ball, Jesus. Bang, bang, bang. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Please, seriously, right? Explain the hesitation. Look at the Jesus ball. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Why does he hesitate there? And that there is probably a prime example. Oh no, you didn't. He's bringing on Declan Rice. Why, man? Leave him off. Ben White. What are we doing? Why is Decker's coming on, man? We don't even look that uncomfortable. No, Barella's getting dragged. He's been absolutely awful. Martinez coming off as well. He's been awful. People, please explain to me why Saka hesitates there. The ball, he doesn't even need to control it. It's a bathroom. Hit that quick up, blurry again. Come on, let's. Right, we're back. There we go. Martinez and Barella off. Again, that's that instinct. If you're free flowing there, you just hit that. Yeah, they've probably agreed Timber and White. They split the game time. Deckers is on. Eze's off. Ah, Ebbs. Ebbs. Let it all work out. It ain't working out, my friend. Oh man, he just looks sad. He's got the long walk back. It's one of them, Ebbs, mate. It's one of them. The reality of the situation, you might end up just being a squad player from Crystal Palace. We all wanted it to work. And listen, I keep saying it, the collective is more important than the individual. I actually feel sorry for him walking off there. He just looks sad. He hasn't done enough. He won't be starting against United. We know it. What a ball that is. Can he keep it in? Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. I tell you what, Jesus, for me, he's probably grabbed that starting place on... Oh, he's probably grabbed that starting place for Sunday with this performance, Jesus. 2 goals. Lovely through ball to Saka. I think Yoker is on the bench. Listen, Eze wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. He ain't done enough to make the manager drop Odegaard, let's be real. Which is a shame. Kamara suffered a big knee injury for Aston Villa, set to miss the rest of the season. It's a massive loss for them. He's a good player. He's a good player. That's a big loss. Eze playing himself out of the World Cup. He might not go. I spoke about this the other day. Black said the game is not done yet. I don't. Maybe he said trust these boys. Jedward, what a name, said Saka trying way too hard. Grealish, what? Has Grealish got injured as well? When did he get injured? I saw him come off the pitch the other day. I'm assuming it happened in training, has it? What's happened here then? stress fracture of his foot. Suspected to be out for a number of months. Wow. Oh, it happened during the game. Apparently, he played the game with the discomfort in his foot. That's sad, man. This is where it becomes really sad if people get injured because you're missing World Cups. Rice for Eze makes no sense. So he'll obviously put Marino in the 10, put Rice in the double pivot with Zubimendi. Yeah, I'd like to see Saka get a little rest now for United. Maybe give... Well, I'd have given Nwaneri a run out, but with the loan, he ain't gonna, is he? He isn't gonna. He'll probably bring on Noni. Shot! Oh, just wide from Espacito. They're bringing on Rakoba. What a legend. Listen, do you know what it is? It's just that we've seen this happen at clubs before, by the way, where they sign a player from a lower club. He doesn't do quite as well as we all hoped or and expected, and they end up becoming squad players, you know. And I think at the moment, that's where Eze has fallen for Arsenal. That, yeah, he was the main man at Palace, but this is way higher level. He hasn't played in Europe before. I don't think. This season is the first season Palace have played in Europe, the Conference League. Can you imagine the difference in a Conference League game to a Champions League game? I actually don't think he's doing much wrong or different what he was doing at Palace. I think it's a second. I remember a coach always used to say to me, a second separates a decent player from a great player. A great player plays 1 second quicker than a decent player. He sees the picture quicker. And I think Eze is just playing a second too slow. Now, he probably got away with that at Palace because the whole system was built around him. And other players would have done his dirty work for him. But at Arsenal, they're not going to do that. So I think he's suffering a little bit. But it's football. It is football. I feel for him. And I think the other thing, people, is momentum. You know what it's like. Again, I always say, I'm sure most of you have played football at some sort of level, whatever that is. Thuram and Saliba, they're having a little, not argument, they're obviously cool French teammates. A big thing in football is when you're used to playing every week. Shot goes over the bar there by Espacito. Eze's used to playing every week. It's so good when you're a player. You turn up at a stadium and you know you're going to start. You know the manager's going to pick you. All of a sudden now, Eze, most weeks thinking, I'm probably not going to get in the team. It's different. But I'm not really panicking over it now, to be honest. I'm just sort of like, whatever works. Despacito. I don't know the words, but you know the song. Saliba's unreal. People don't believe me when I tell them he's the best centre-back around at the moment. There are people who think that Gabriel's better. I hear it. Some people still think Van Dijk's better. I saw people saying that. This guy Saliba, I'm not joking. I think he's generational. I don't say that easily either. Because you lot know I'm in unks mode and I don't call players world class as easily. This boy Saliba, that boy's different. That boy's different, trust me. But listen, I don't mind anybody saying Gabriel. It's still our player. But Saliba he makes it look too easy. I sang that too when I heard that said catch 22. You have to, man. You have to. Eze is a top player, but if you don't play, you can't get a rhythm. We've all played, yeah. But unfortunately, part of being a big club as well is sometimes you've got to get people out of the side without getting regular game time. And that's the pressure. But we don't need to write. I've seen people in the comments saying, loan him back to Palace. You don't do that. You keep him. Listen, we've had years at Arsenal, people, where we're bringing on Sambi Lokonga. We're bringing on Kolasinac. Yo, I like Mosquera, by the way, I like Mosquera. That he's got aggression, for a young player. I like his aggression. He's a bit of an old school centre-back. Just as I say that, he's fouled the guy, but the ref never gave it. So fair play. I like Mosquera. He's got something about him, hasn't he? For £13 million, Mosquera. Tall, young, got pace. Yeah, might have a little bit raw. You know what I mean? Looks like he wants to dive into a challenge. But he looks a player, man. £13 million. That one is a serious signing. I like his aggression. Into a shot blocked. He's very aggressive. I like him. Rock solid. Yeah, man. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Somebody just said it. That Espacito's caused him problems. Raya kicks it out. Unlucky there. Can we get a third and finish the game off? He's not only starting at the weekend. Nah. But I hear you. There ain't really a reason for Saka to play 90, is there? I'd like to see Saka get taken off. Oh, they're going mad here. What are they going for here? Yellow card. Get out of here, man. Don't let them do this to you. You know what I mean? We got to make sure we're battling here. Christian Kivu. Bastone trying to go mad there. We're not having that. Oh, Marino gave him the proper leg swipe. The funny thing is, if Marino did that, he'd have rolled about 40 times off the pitch. Bastone went after him there. For me, just in terms of substitutions, with the Marino misses the next match, not a problem, to be honest. You know what? I'm even thinking, did he get that yellow card on purpose? Because get the suspension out the way against Karat at home, then it's all done for the knockouts. Christian Kivu, yeah, he was a very good centre-back. He was very good. Yeah, so he's suspended for Karat. He looks in midfield. My problem with Marino is a lot of top midfields around the world. They've got midfielders that can run, midfielders that can dribble, and Marino looks a yard too slow when you're playing against, like, imagine playing Bayern Munich and you've got, I don't know, Musiala or Lennart Carl in there. You're thinking, yeah, you're playing against Real Madrid. You got Valverde, you got Bellingham, you got players that can move. Camavinga. That's where he worries me. I wouldn't like to see Marino in midfield against, in a knockout stage, because he's not quick enough. But no, I'm really impressed with Mosquera tonight. Gabriel and Gyökeres coming on. Marino's off. No, he's not off. He's come over to get a drink. Mosquera's off. Really good performance from him, by the way. And Gabriel Jesus off. I reckon that's one of them. Gabby, come off. You're starting against Man United. I think Gabriel Jesus has just earned himself a start. Very impressive performance. Gyökeres comes on. We still could do with a good performance from him. Mosquera, been injured for a while. 74 minutes played. Done really well. Really, really well. Gabriel comes on. We've still sort of brought a few players on who you would have liked to have had the night off. But I think if we win, we've already qualified. So he went and pretty much won the group with that Kairat game. So he obviously wants to get it wrapped up. Gyökeres' football friend, yeah. Get Saka off. I'd give him a break. Mosquera's been really good tonight. Really, really good. He's had a solid game after, what, a month, 6 weeks out. Gyökeres' 15-minute hat-trick. I'll be happy if he gets a shot on target. Saka's going to get clamped. Ball over the top. Goes out of play. Throwing. Arteta, look, Arteta's about 5 yards outside of his technical area. He'll be delighted with this if we can beat Inter. Imagine Gyökeres is coming. Do you know the thing though, right? Let's look at, like, yeah, this Despacito looks good. I don't know much about him, you know. To be honest. Let's have a look. Espacito. Bastiano Espacito. 23 years of age, striker, 3 goals, signing from Empoli, got 8 goals in 33 last year. I look at it like this. There's a positive and a negative to this situation, right? The negative is we signed 2 players that we thought were going to be game changers for us. Gyökeres can score 20 league goals. Eze can be that creative spark. They get us over the line. Cool. The positive, in a way, is that if we go into next season and we've got players like that on the bench, it's like we've got a fantastic bench. Do you know what I mean? Like, it happens in football sometimes. You sign a player, you think he's going to start, he's going to be a superstar for Arsenal, and he ends up on the bench. But I think eventually, to make the team better, you filter down the players that were starters and they become squad players. And then you get even better players in the team. So, listen, it's not the end of the world. Somebody said Esposito's 2020. It says, I'm just going on Google. It says he's 23 years of age, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, people. Don't blame me, blame Google. Wikipedia says he is 23 years of age, born in July 2002, but they could be wrong. Sometimes players as well, second season. You know, we've seen it. Second season, they're used to the league, but I don't know. Here's Saka. Surely Saka doesn't play 90 minutes. Man United on Sunday, man. I've got a feeling now that Arteta really wants to win the game. Now Gabriel's going to bully him. Great touch, Declan Rice. Rolls into Saka. Look at him. He won't pass to him. Gyökeres had a tap in. Whips it in. No, man. Deckers, that was beautiful play as well. He won't give it him. I'm sorry, he doesn't want to pass to him. Skelly whipped in. Oh, it's cleared. Gyökeres got a tap in there. Roll it across. FIFA goal. You've opened them up. Declan Rice brings it out the air. Rolls it into Saka. On his right foot. Just roll it across. And Gyökeres got a tap in. He shoots at the near post, man. Come on, bro. That is selfish. I'm sorry. You've got to put the team ahead of yourself. There's certain times, cool, I'll accept it. You've got to be a bit selfish as an attacking player. That's just, I don't like that. I mean, you ain't scoring from there on your right foot. That was such a good build-up as well. I would have been so hyped for that goal. Trossard's off for Martinelli. Rice brings it out the air, rolls it to Saka. Going into the area, Gyökeres unmarked. Just roll it across to him. Instead, he shifts it onto his right foot and shoots at the near post. Keeper straight at him. I'm sorry, that's poor. And people can say what they like. Oh, you're too harsh on Saka. That's we're not. We're bigger than any individual player. I don't care who they are. If they play well, they'll get their praise that they deserve. Look at Mosquera tonight. Lewis Skelly, I think, has had a good game tonight. Saliba's been outstanding. That's poor. He wasn't going to score from there. Well done, Gyökeres. Great hold up. Saka. Come on, Gyökeres. Get up. Martinelli. You 1v1. Keep up this Champions League record. No, he has a heavy touch. The game's there to be won here, by the way. The game is here to be won. With a third goal, I'm talking about. Inter look a bit slow. Inter in possession. 10 minutes to go. Joachim Fenwa stocks have crashed. Buy on the dip. Buy on the dip. When the stocks are low, you buy. Then when they go up, you know what I mean, your money's there. Martinelli had a heavy touch. He looked like he was going to outpace him, though. Some players click second season with a full pre-season. Said real 6. Yeah. I hear you. Ari Eze, are you elite or not? It's that simple, says Muddy. MJ said, Slabhead versus teeth and hairline from corners. Only one winner, mate. Only one winner. Teeth and hairline. But Slabhead, yeah, it'll be hard work. Abdullah, you just like Saliba too much. He's overrated. Abdullah, you've been a part of this community for a while. But for 3 minutes, you're going to have to gather yourself and have some thinking about what you've just said. Because he's one of the best defenders in the world. So I'm not accepting that. I'm really not. 3 years in a row, PFA Team of the Year. Euros Team of the Year for France. French Team of the Year on his loan at Marseille. There's nothing overrated about him, mate. The guy's absolute pure class. Big C, just be honest, Marino is ish in midfield. Yeah, he's terrible. No, look at... No, I swear down. Are you seeing what a Serb is doing to Gyökeres? No, I swear down. A Serbi doing WWE. A Serbi got Gyökeres in a headlock. No, I swear, that is hilarious. He's got him in a headlock. That's wild. These men don't care. That he genuinely got him in a headlock. He's like saying to the ref, let me out, man. Let me out. I can't get out. I'd give him a little... I know you can't do it in football nowadays, but imagine lower leagues, yeah, and with no VAR. Man's put you in a headlock. You give him a little punch in his stomach. Just a little one there. Linesman won't see it. You can't... Man got violated, man. Yeah, you're right, though. Marino in midfield. Come on. San Marino, innit? He did well against Portsmouth, but it's Portsmouth. Mohamed said, I always thought we would have smoked Inter last season, but PSG had different ideas. I always say it, Mohamed, you know, if we'd have got past PSG, I think we'd have won the Champions League. I think we'd have beat them. No, bro, no, he had him in a sleeper. You know, the arms up and it just goes, no, I swear down. That is crazy. That is crazy defending. What he said, Saka is the star man. You eat what you kill. Ah, nah, come on. He should have rolled that. Maybe somebody said the defender was blocking the pass. I'll have to look it back. It looked like he could have passed to him to me. Tiger said the 300k wage pressure is going to weigh down Saka like an anchor. He's a 250 player at best. Thanks to Edu paying Havertz 275. Yeah. What a touch by Martinelli that is. Can we hit them on the counter-attack? What a ball. That is Martinelli. I've never seen better techers. Come on, Gyökeres. Oh, you do pass the ball to Saka. Gyökeres! Yeah! Get in! Yes! He needed that one. You see, Saka, when you're not selfish, good things happen. He gives the ball to Saka. Saka miscontrols it. And Gyökeres bends it in the corner. That's what I'm talking about. Martinelli, that pass is incredible. Look at Gyökeres. First thought, where is he? Gives him the ball. Gets the rebound. Yeah, man, that's the striker. That's the striker instinct. Hold that. Great finish. Sommer gets fingertips on it. 3-1. See the difference? Don't force it. Don't play with desperation. It will happen. Look at the relief in the celebration. Ah! Come on! The Glock. Great finish. 3-1, game over. We've been waiting for that one. That was a good one as well, you know. Like that was a good finish. Feed the Glock and he will score, people. Anyway, 3-1, game over. I'm so happy for him, man, because I keep saying, what's the alternative? Now, to be fair, Jesus played really well tonight. But the Jesus Havertz situation has not won us the league. in the past. I told you, man, you just pass the ball, Saka. Pass the ball. Big up Precious with the super stick. You hate Almunia, he was underrated. Arion's trolling now as well. Arteta Sexuals wanted Sesko. Yeah. Strikers finish. First time. You see the difference in the Champions League? You get a bit more space. We seem to score more goals when we play better teams sometimes, not all the time. Because they give us more space, because they're attackers. We get space to attack them. This is a great performance. What's your take on Yoker as a sub? We've said this for a few games, haven't we? Should we give Jesus the start, Gyökeres the run off the bench? I mean, I'm sure Gyökeres will be desperate to start against Man United. But, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you go Jesus. Maybe you go Jesus. Bring Gyökeres off the bench. Let him see it from the other. I think he might get an assist for that Saka, you know. Gyökeres rolled the ball into him. It kind of hit his heel and went back, fell back to Gyökeres. He hit it first time, and Sommer gets fingertips on it. It goes into the corner. But will Saka actually get an assist for that? On Arsenal YouTube channel, he was working on that shot. I saw that, actually. I saw it. Him and Eze, and was it Saka, actually? Ziggy said, we waited long for this goal. Let's go. Come on, man. I'm happy for him. Yok 900. Big up, Tiger. Big up, Mohammed, who's gifted 20 memberships to the community. Here's Saka. Pass the ball, Saka. Oh, look at Deckers. That's better from Saka. Finds Martinelli. I think we can get another one. This is a great performance. Hey. Oh, that's a corner, ref. Give us the corner. Yeah, we'll take that. This is a really good performance. We look outstanding in Europe, I can't lie. Declan Rice looked brilliant since he's come on, by the way. Yeah, big up Mohammed, who's gifted 20 memberships. Big up Ziggy as well, who's gifted 5 memberships. 25 new members. Big up to all the new members, and shout out Mohammed and Ziggy for gifting those out. Mohammed said, feed the Glock, guarantee will not shoot blanks. Come on, man. He needs the ammunition. Big up Precious with the super sticker. Muddy said 3-1 at the San Siro with heavy rotation. Fair play. This is a brilliant result. Corner whipped in. It's headed. Oh, referee's given a free kick against Arsenal. Minute to go, a normal time. Minute to go of normal time, people. You remember Gyökeres pushing Saka, yeah? Yeah. See, Z Zippy said, sorry, Curtis, I've only just liked. Fraudulent behaviour. Hit the likes, people. Nearly 6,000 of you locked in. Go on, Gyökeres. Come on, Gyökeres. Gyökeres! Oh, that one has landed at the airport somewhere. That was a chance to score again. What a brilliant tackle that was. Oh, I think you want a bit of finesse there, man. He's tried to smash it. I think you got to hold R1 there and just bend that into the top corner. He smashes that out the stadium. That's the Gyökeres we know. Yeah, MJ said Inter are no better than Leeds. Relax, please. 2 things, MJ. 1, you drew with Leeds. 2, yo, for a year or so, yeah, relax with all the Inter Milan talk and all that. Because let's be real, you ain't seeing these teams until pre-season tour. Yeah, I know you'll come back and go, oh, you ain't won the champs, we've won the champs. But listen, you got to stay out of these conversations for this season. You man have got like 4 games left this season. Yeah, relax. This is big boy conversations we're having here. This is Champions League Tuesdays. Your players are at home watching Arsenal. Relax. I'll see you next season. You should be in Europe, but this is big boy convos, man. Unbeaten run so far in the Champions League and a great result. Big up to Sebs. Yeah, 6 wins out of... No, 7. 7 wins out of 7. Unreal. Look at Gyökeres looking for Martinelli. Ooh. One action Glock 14 shows how unselfish and clinical. Yep. Over here, meal prepping here. You're screaming Glock 9. Let's go, man. He needed that goal. No team across Europe is that good this season. Get a larger cushion against City in the league and try win the champs. Once in a lifetime opportunity. I completely agree with that. Oh, Decker's got booked. Is he suspended for the next game? I don't know if he is. I agree with that. I'm not saying we can't concentrate on 2 competitions at once, but I think the way the league is at the moment, like, can we get that league wrapped up by, like, March or something? Get after him, Gyökeres. Start bullying people, man. Go on. Oh, they put 3 players on him. His touch was off there. Listen, I said this earlier on in the competition. In the game tonight. Champions League is wide open this year. If you said to me who's going to win the Champions League, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You could maybe say PSG because they're the holders, but no one looks incredible. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone looks defensively shaky. Martinelli's done well there. Everyone looks shaky defensively. We actually look good defensively. If we can address that attack. Are PSG losing? Are PSG genuinely losing 2-1? Wow. Sporting Lisbon, I think they're playing, aren't they? That is crazy. I'm assuming that's away from home. But then I saw the other day, PSG aren't even top of the French league. And they usually win that league by about February, March. Big up Pierre, who's gifted 5 memberships to the Community Legend. That's 30 new members. The full-time whistle has gone. Outstanding performance from Arsenal. That was superb. That was superb. I got a lot of time for that performance. MJ said Manu goes, same gym as Rui. Same Manu goes, I don't even know what's going on there. He's confused me with that one, but yeah. I'm assuming he's getting at Gyökeres or something. Embryo said, somehow this team plays better without Odegaard. And Paul, I mean, I hear that. We always play better without Odegaard. And Lewis Skelly has been so good. Big up Curtis from Down Under. Big up from Australia. From Australia. Let's get the full-time tweet out. Very good performance. Heavy rotation. And a big win in the San Siro. Well done. I'm going to look at this. They'll get rattled with this, right? Well done, Arteta and the team. They'll be like, oh, how dare you praise Arteta? You've wanted him out for years. 100% record. And we're through, actually. Guaranteed. Well, I think we were through anyway. Who would you give man of the match to? I suppose it's got to be Gabby, hasn't it, really? 2 goals. I suppose you got to go Gabby. Man of the match. Look, you see him celebrate. You see how they're celebrating Gyökeres. Be interesting who he plays at the weekend. Gabby Jesus, man of the match. Thought Skelly and Mosquera did well. Saliba is unreal. There we go. There we go. There's the tweet. That was a very, very positive result and a very positive performance. Um, Anytime you go to the San Siro, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, no, listen, man. Listen, I always say, and people, I'm a reflection of what I see from this team. Mikel Arteta's substitutions were fantastic. Martinelli comes on, plays an incredible pass. Gyökeres scores. Um, who else came on? Declan Rice looked really good when he came on. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not going to come on here ever and say talk about quadruples and things like that. You know, listen, we ain't going to win a quadruple. Yeah, brilliant blur along. We got there in the end. But we genuinely can win each trophy individually, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying we're going to win all four, but I'm saying each one, we're one of the best teams in them. Prem, favourites, 7 points clear. Carabao Cup, we should make the final, probably against Man City. That'll be tough. That's a flip of the coin, really. FA Cup will be one of the favourites for it. Champions League, I genuinely think this is one of the most open Champions Leagues I've seen in years. Real Madrid, no permanent manager, defensively shaky, but they've got an unbelievable attack that can tear you apart. Barcelona have got an unbelievable attack and a very good manager. They defend high. And, you know, you saw the way Chelsea battered them. Bayern Munich, I don't think are great defensively. PSG, I think, have got weaker this year without Donnarumma. Now, don't get me wrong, over two legs, anything can happen. We could lose to all those teams that I've just mentioned just through a lack of individual quality or a lack of Champions League experience. I genuinely think we have got a chance of going really, really far in this competition. PSG, I think Donnarumma stopped us winning the Champions League last year. I say it all the time. I think if it wasn't for Donnarumma, we win the Champions League. I think we'd have beaten PSG. If you look back at the saves he made in that semi-final, I think we'd have beat them. And I think we'd have beat Inter in the final. But ifs, buts, and maybes don't mean anything. I think you've got to go and we've got an opportunity to do something special this season. We really have. You look at the Premier League. Listen, we can sit here for 2 hours and say the Premier League's not as strong. I thought the Premier League was weak last season. Man City had their worst season in years. We just couldn't get going the whole season. We didn't have a good window. We had injuries. Our football wasn't as good. Liverpool fans don't care that that league was weak. They won the title. They celebrated, and it goes in the history books. We need to win the league, whether it's strong, whether it's weak, whatever it is, win it. We won't care. We've waited 20 years. Do you think I care if this is a weak league? I'll be too busy celebrating. I think this could be one of the best summers I've ever had if Arsenal win the league. And if Jamaica do somehow manage to qualify for the World Cup, oh my days. Oh my days. But the Jamaica thing's a big ass because, yeah. But you never know. But I'm telling you now, everything's on the table. And you don't hear me talk like this too often. Everything is on the table. It's about what we're good enough to take off the table. That's what it is. I haven't watched anybody in Europe this season and gone, I'd be really fearful if we got them in the Champions League. I still think PSG are very dangerous. I don't know what's quite happened with them this year. I think if you look at Doué and Dembele, they've both had injury problems. And losing Donnarumma for that goalkeeper, is it Chavilla or whoever they bought? He's a massive downgrade. But I'm telling you now, everything's on the table. It's about what we're capable of getting. And as I always say, people, it's about what you can do under pressure. Because the pressure will get higher and higher and higher. You get to March, you get to April, Champions League knockouts, FA Cup semi-final, Carabao Cup final, league games that your whole season is riding on. That's when you find out what your team is about, you know? So the pressure will go up another gear once we get to that stage. But no, I'm very, very pleased with tonight. Very pleased with tonight. You know, I thought defensively we were solid. You got to give credit to Lewis Skelly tonight, people. I think people forget how inexperienced and young Lewis Skelly is. And the fact he's not a natural defender. He's 19 years of age. He turned 19 3 months ago. He's had the toughest season of his career. A lot of us have wrote him off. People have said get him out on loan. He's just put in a really good performance at the San Siro. Really good performance. That performance will do him so much good, what he's just done tonight. I'm really pleased for Lewis Skelly because I know we say it about a lot of players, he's proper Arsenal. Like, he's an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not just an Arsenal player, he's a fan. Born and raised through the system. And I always want players that came through our academy to do well. He stood up tonight and he was counted. He deserves a lot of respect for that performance. As a 19-year-old with a lot of question marks over him, you've gone to the San Siro and played really well, defensively as well, which is what we usually question him about. So I'm really happy for Lewis Skelly. Mosquera, seriously, I think we got a live one here, people. I'm telling you, £13 million. This guy's a warrior. Don't get me wrong, he's raw. He looks like he wants to dive into challenges a little bit, which, you know, but 21 years of age, centre back. When you look what centre backs are costing and the level that they're at, Harry Maguire cost 80 million. Vardy cost 75 million. You know what I mean? Martinez at Man United, what was he, 40, 50 million? This guy costs £13 million. He's 21 years of age. That guy's a warrior, absolute soldier. I think I spoke about the story the other week. Colombia want to call him up for their World Cup squad and put him straight into their international squad. But I think he wants to continue playing for Spain. So he's going to, he's obviously in the Spanish under-21. Yeah, Fofana at Chelsea, £80 million. Guy's a baller. Saliba, just pure class. I'm sorry, the guy's an absolute joke of a footballer. People were saying earlier, Abdullah was trying to troll me saying I'm overrating it. I'm sorry, I'm at the point, I don't know if there's a better centre-back than Saliba in world football. Tell me who it is if there is one. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I wouldn't swap Saliba for any defender in world football, central defender. He's incredible. I've never seen a centre-back at Arsenal make defending look so easy. He just glides through the game. Roughing up Thuram. Thuram's pushing him. He knows, like, bro, you're too good. You're too good. And you're making it look easy. You can just hang the shirt up and go, yeah, don't even wash it. I haven't even broken a sweat, mate. Guy's just pure class. He could be one of the best signings in a long time at Arsenal. People have to remember Saliba costs less than 30 million. It's a joke. It's actually a joke. Who else? Marino not great in midfield. You know what I mean? He's a yard off it, man. He's in midfield, especially against better opposition. He's too slow. But listen, our rotation options aren't great. So it's difficult. Zubimendi, the only thing I'd say about Zubimendi, I thought Zubimendi played okay. Could he have done better at blocking that shot? I don't know if I'm moving old school. But I feel like when somebody's having a shot and you're close to them, you're meant to, like, make yourself big, try and block it. He just kind of turns his back on it. I don't know. Maybe they're told to do that so they don't handball it, but he played okay. Eze, I mean, listen, he started the game quite bright, but it went downhill. He got caught on the ball for their goal. He just didn't do enough, if we're being honest. We might be fans of Eze and going, yo, even after seeing that, man, I'd still play him over Odegaard. But let's be honest, he ain't getting Odegaard out of the team playing like that. In the eyes of the manager, in the mind of the manager, he's got to come in and have a really good game and say, now what? You've got to play me over Odegaard. Now, I think we might have played as well as that tonight because Odegaard's not in the team and we moved the ball quicker. I think we moved the ball a lot quicker tonight because Odegaard is the player that goes touch, 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 turn around. You know what I mean? He's dancing when he's on the pitch, Odegaard, spinning around. We move the ball quicker when he's not playing. But he'll play at the weekend. But Ziggy said Zubimendi's playing too much games. Yeah, maybe. Jay said, we're winning it all, but the chat wants Saka and Arteta's heads. I wasn't stressed after Forest, but watching City today, no one is catching us in the Prem. Still a long way to go for me. I've seen us 8 points clear with 8 games to go and not win it. 7 points in January. I'm not ready to say we're winning it yet. We can win it. I think we're capable of winning anything, but until Odegaard's lifting that up, I don't know. Farhan said he is playing for Man City. What if we face them? He is playing for Man City. What if we face them? Oh, we're talking into. Oh, I get you. Our player. Muddy said 7 points clear in the Prem, perfect in the champs. Arteta's army has to look at why we are consistently better. Without Odegaard, 5 days till United, Saka will be fine. Liverpool were in a similar position last season. Yeah, they ripped up the Champions League, didn't they? But they ended up having to play PSG. Philly said perfect time to strip the captain's armband, give him away on a free loan. And Farhan said Chelsea just signed an 18-year-old defender for 50 million. Did they sign that? Is it Jacquet or something? The French boy. I saw they were in talks to sign him. But I haven't seen whether they completed that deal. But yeah. But listen, very positive tonight. That's probably Ethan's last game for Arsenal, hopefully just this season. I knew he wouldn't come on. Obviously, he's heading to Marseille on loan, and hopefully he does well. But listen, tonight was positive. Really pleased with that performance. Quicker football. Everything I say every week is play quicker. Quicker football, they cannot cope with us. Inter Milan are top of the Italian league. We've gone there tonight with no Gabriel, no Calafiori, no Declan Rice. You could say Gyökeres Jesus, depending on who you would play. We've got maybe 3 or 4 of our first team players not playing, and we've beat them 3-1 and created more chances. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Play at a quicker tempo, they can't handle us. That's how we slapped up Tottenham and Bayern Munich and Atletico and all these teams. And as a lot of you are saying, is it because Odegaard's not playing? Bitillo said, Curtis, I was live in the stadium. Eze is so lazy. Oh, man, is it laziness or is it just his work rate? I don't know. Is it just the way he plays the game at that slow speed? Big C, why do you think our Champions League record is so much better than the Prem? I think because you got to think, when you play a Champions League team, that's a team that's probably obviously finished high in their league. So when they play us, they're not going to be on the back foot and just park the bus. So I think when teams have a little attack against us, we pick them off. We get more space. I was talking about the former PSG goalkeeper. Oh, apologies, Farhan. Yeah, that new goalkeeper is a massive downgrade on Donnarumma. Bless you in the community. See, quicker football, happy days. People, I'm going to round up there. Big up to everyone locked in. Really appreciate your support tonight. Apologies for the blur at time. I will sort the camera out. And I will try and get that clipping sorted when I'm celebrating the goals on OBS for the Man United game. 7 wins out of 7 in the Champions League. We will quickly, actually, have a look at the table. Just give me 1 minute before you all run off. I always like to look at the table. 7 wins out of 7, 21 points. We're likely to win the Champions League group now. It should be 8 wins out of 8. We're playing the bottom team in the last game. Real Madrid second after tonight's win and Bayern in third. So it's going to be the perfect Champions League run. For me tonight, Gabriel Jesus, probably for the 2 goals man of the match, but I thought Mosquera, Timber and Saliba were fantastic as well. Reaction video will be out shortly, and then I will be back tomorrow. We'll review the game. We're doing Forever Arsenal tomorrow as well, so look out for that one. And yeah, busy day. Big up to everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe, hype up the video. Arsenal, 7 wins out of 7, people. See you soon. Bless.